Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? Hello, hello, and hello. How's everybody doing on this happy Saturday? Or maybe semi-happy Saturday, depending on what's going on in your lives. Which I do hope that everything is going good. If it's not, I'm sorry, and I give you hugs from here. Like, I can't, like, I'm still trying to figure out the magic and the technology to be able to go and, like, physically hug people from distance of a computer, but working on it. One day. Man, I am still, like, in extreme hype mode from yesterday's impromptu stream. Which I didn't even feel like it's impromptu, but everything kind of seemed to come in perfectly. Considering the fact that, like, I had the tweeting video, which, if you haven't checked my Twitter account at all or YouTube channel at all, definitely go and give that a look-see. But the long and the short of it, outside of the fun fact that I think it was a fun video, I will be doing a Let's Play or a stream of The World Ends With You to completion. In celebration for Neo Tweety. Will we be able to go and get this finished up by the end of by that point? Who knows? I like to think that my knowledge of the games, that I played through it so many times, that shouldn't be a problem. But then I think, oh wait, I'm going to be using the motion controls for this. So, yeah. That might cause more problems. Or at least slow down the process a little bit. But no, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Like I said, well, maybe not practically, but I like to say I have a good grasp of that game inside and out. So, as far as like what to expect and what to do where, going through puzzles and stuff like that shouldn't be too difficult. Might just be like one or two things I just have to remember how to do. But it'll be a good time. It will for those who haven't played Tweety at all before, it will definitely be a nice introduction for the big Mega Mondo stream that I'm gonna try to plan for the end of the month, for end of July when Tweety comes out. Because I will be streaming that, and I will hope, at least, the very least, if I can set things properly, we'll be streaming that all week. But the contents of that is still kind of up in the air. But I'll give you guys more details on that a little bit later on. But as far as today is concerned, we got a lot going on today. Well, maybe not so much in as far as what we're playing today, because FGO stuff, more Lost Belt stuff, trying to complete the story. Because my God, I feel like we should have been a little bit farther along. Then again, I think my random tangents as far as FGO related stuff has kind of lowered the hand, like slowed the speed down a little bit. Granted, I enjoy talking about Fate with you guys. It is a lot of fun. Considering the Fate series is definitely one that I was, Oh, hey, lady, what's going on? How are you? Welcome in. Oh, Lost Belt with 1 stars only? My God. Props to you on that. That's insanity. I know there's people who go about doing FGO, just play FGO, which is 3 stars or less. Oh, you're saying that I should totally... You know, I thought about doing something similar to that at some point in time. At least as far as Guildfest is concerned. The only issue is, I don't have many 1 stars leveled up to be able to do it. Like, my situation with FGO is a little bit odd. I got extremely lucky very early on. I ended up getting, like, for my first, I think it was for my first 5-star was Tamama no Mai. And then a little bit later on after that was, like, Vlad the Third. And then, like, after that, like, I was good for the rest of the game, for a good portion of the game. So I never really got a chance to use many of the 1 to 3 stars. Ah, okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. Appreciate the wear life though. Gotta love that. I don't know if I would consider myself a whale. I'd be more like a dolphin, maybe? If that? I don't know. I just roll for what I like. But I do know that when we have a little bit more downtime after Lost Belt 4 is done, I do want to try getting some 3 stars or less done, or it's leveled up, so I could do a Guildfest challenge or 2 with just using nothing but 1 to 3 stars. Same. I want to do something like that too. Hey Bear, what's going on? How are ya? Welcome back. Today's not as much hype, but still. Yeah. There's a bunch of 3 stars like freaking like Hohenheim. I know Bill the Kid's considered a really good one. Hans is really good. Like, there's a bunch of 3 stars that are out there that just get overshadowed a little bit, but like might as well be 4 stars. I want to try them out for myself, just so I can see the hype. Definitely Hans. Like Hans' skills are stupid for a 2-star. It should be a 4-star. But that will be once I can get things a little bit more situated with my other servants out. Really, Hector is too? I've never seen what Hector does. I do like his design, but I don't know what his skills are. Now that I think about it, hold on, let me see what Hector does. I'm curious. What do you do, Hector? Okay, so you're a quick buster servant. All right, so he gives MP strength for everybody for 1 turn for up to 17%. Well, for 5 turns on the cooldown. MP strength for all allies again by 20%. And then a damage cut to everybody. That's like 2 times for 3 turns. And then the MP strength is like 3 turns. And then MP drain up to 80%. And then stun chance up to 80% for 5 turns. And then AoE, and then AoE buster MP with, looks like it has defense down for 3 turns, for 20 to 40. That's not bad. The fact that he increases MP strength for everybody on the party, that's dumb. That's really dumb. Okay, I can see why people like him. That's legit. That is legit. Yeah, so there's a bunch of 3 stars that have a lot of uses. Easel's another one that I want to go and use as well, because I have him at MP5. So, From my knowledge, I hear Lubu is, supposed to be like a 3-star, basically a 3-star version of Hercules. If memory serves me correctly? Something like that? I don't remember. I haven't looked at his skills. The man just terrifies me by my encounters with him in Fate Extra. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Hercules is a hidden 5-star, so. A lot of server sets would probably be changed rarities. I don't know about you. But still. Anyway, let's get into the stream stuff. But for everybody out there, hopefully you're all doing good. Whether you're waking up, if just waking up or just been up for a while. Hold on, let's make sure everything's looking good here. I think so. Yeah, okay, let's move. Talca. I apologize if I got the name wrong there, but welcome in. How are you? Hopefully you're doing good. Welcome to the shenanigans of FGO. Or the pain that is FGO. Depending on your circumstance. But, like I said before, name of the game is going to be more Lost Belt stuff. Because, like, we're on, like, what? Chapter 6? 7? Something like that? And we got, like, 19. We had to go up to 19, so we got some work. Yes, FGO is very much pain. Whether it be the fights themselves or the gacha. Mostly the gacha. It hurts. It hurts so much sometimes. But for those of you who weren't here before, who haven't done or weren't here for my last Let's Plays of Lost Belt 4, basically the Indian Lost Belt goes through a cycle of recreation, rebirth, by a version of Arjuna Alter, Dark God, totally terrifying, that has absorbed all the Indian deities. So he's busted now. Also, he's busted in gameplay, but that's outside the point. So now we just went through the first cycle of him recreating everything. Unscathed, kind of. Lost Karna, makes me sad. And now we're just figuring out what's going on next. But hey, we have more story stuff, so let's go. Oh, I should probably sell some things, hopefully. Don't you love that happens? What low rarity stuff can I just throw out? One of these days. Oh, that's why. Okay. Really need to go through that. We'll just take out these, because I already have that. Good, we're enough. Go back. Yeah, just get rid of all the XP cards and stuff. I need a farm more. Yeah, I have a lot of CEs and stuff that I need to go through. Like, I really need to clean out my box, but I haven't had an opportunity to just sit down and do it. Plus, when it comes to some of these, like, 3 stars, like the 3 to 5 stars, I never know which ones to keep or what ones to not keep. Then again, I probably should more utilize the storage feature, which I don't think I have, so there's that. I always worry I'll just forget everything. Huh. Wait a minute. Now that I think about that, there was a... Now that I think about that, there was a... where is it? I forget where this menu is. Whatever, we'll do craft this and stuff, that's fine. I'm curious if we can access the box. You know what, I'll look at it later. Because the craft edges are 2 that I'm like missing around that I know that I've gotten copies of. And I'm wondering if I throw them into the storage box and just completely forgot about them. Like, I think my another ending is, what is it? No, Victor of the Moon. My Victor of the Moon, I have a copy of it somewhere, but I just can't find it. And I think that's just because I put it in my storage. But anyway, moving along. Sorry about that. Section 7. Return of Paradise, the shape of evil to be cut off. Alright, what type of horrors you have for me this time, Gabe? Alright, first day of the new world. I experienced the Kali Yuga ending several times after Ash was taken from me. I felt the light of creation warping around me in a tight embrace, just as powerful to do anything, or powerless to do anything as the people absorbed in their worthless praise. As long as the gods of this world doesn't consider you defects, at least there's no pain. You don't feel it. I actually don't. I probably should get that set up, Yutaka. But yes, I do have a friend code. Once we get through the story, we get back to the main menu, I'll be more than happy to share it with you guys. Yeah, I never think to do that. I really got to get more of the bot stuff set up. I apologize. But yeah, I'll do that for you. I'll do that for you soon. The light just keeps getting brighter, blinding you, and even numbing you to the passage of time. The next thing you know, you're right back where you started, only everything around you's been changed. I don't know what the locals make of that experience. I imagine they don't remember. But it was awful enough to almost make me vomit. I'd rather stick my head inside a festering dead body or kiss a pile of excrement from a prison cell without plumbing. God damn, wow, that's expressive. That's an image. Those options might be revolting, but at least I wouldn't have to be so frightened. So while I hate to admit it, when the light finally subsided, I found myself standing there. I would be relieved that I have avoided being taken away. But it was never long after that my relief turned to worry, to the point that I could barely think straight. Maybe I just got lucky this time. What about the next time? Or the time after? So in retrospect, it was inevitable that I would take action like this sooner or later. This time, I managed to avoid the light by escaping to the reverse side of the world, so I thought I might feel differently now, but surprisingly, nothing's changed. Interesting thought process for Peppercino here. Upon laying eyes on the new world of this cycle, I felt the same things as always, loathing and discomfort. To use more contemporary slang, I just can't even with this world. I think a lot of us can relate to that. I guess it's gods bothering me even more than I expected. In many ways, it's a perfect world. And yet, it's also just unbearable. Not gonna lie, the art for this is really pretty for this Indian Lost Belt. Still have the feels of the first Lost Belt. Where are we now? In the field of flowers, I suppose. Wow! Oh, there he goes. The air smells sweet. There's water and flowers everywhere you look, and there's a calm and gentle breeze. What is this place? Want to know what the most surprising part is? You're standing in almost the same spot that we zero sailed from. Our location didn't change. The entire rest of the world did. That's kind of insane to thinking about it. Thankfully, there are no hostiles in the immediate area. Let's begin by paying another visit to the town of Bishu. But you doing okay there, buddy? Is something wrong, Pepe? You look kind of angry. What's that? You're jealous of how soft and smooth my skin is? Why, it's all in the upkeep, hun. Unlike Miss Never-Changing Akuna, I actually have to work to make sure I look this good. Oh my god. Go on, feel how supple my cheeks are for yourself. They're my pride and joy, you know. That's okay. Oh, silly, there's no need to be shy. But anywho, going to visit that town next sounds just dandy. The topography and plant life changes that come with the new Yuga and are all just surface level details. The thing that changed the most after what Arjuna did will have been the people. Okay, let's check out the town. I'm curious to see if they actually remember the change. Understood, but make sure to keep the border's location in mind at all times from now on, Zeros. I don't want us ever to run for our lives like that again if we can help it. Yeah, let's not run for our lives and die. Oh my god, look at that. It's a proper city now and not a desolate wasteland. Man. Gotta ask, for all of you out there, have any of you already beaten Lost Belt 4 yet? And if so, how screwed am I? I haven't looked much into it, but I'm just curious. How screwed am I? I know Arjuna Ultra is going to be a thing, but just for everybody else. This Lost Belt journey has been weird, like especially the last one. Oh, there he goes. Wow, there's not a single brick out of place now. In fact, it's exactly what the town looked like when I first came to this world. Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, you haven't done Lost Belt 4 yet. Okay, fair enough. Hopefully this is spoiler territory, lady. I'm sorry. To answer your question, Utaka, I like to think I have a decent amount of servants, so I should be fine, but we'll see. I was just curious if there was any, like, fights that were just kind of like, well, screw me, I guess, type of deals. I can't believe it. It's like the Cali never attacked at all. What in the world is going on? Then there's the people going about their lives here. They all look happy now. They're practically beaming. Great, look who it is. Oh, the mayor. Goodness, you're all okay. This is wonderful news, just wonderful. Oh, you're not, like, damning us like you did before? This is truly must be the God's will. All is right with the world again. Oh no, that isn't quite right, is it? First, I owe you all an apology. No matter how dire the circumstance we're at times, I should never have spoken to you like that. I know it won't be enough to truly make amends, but I'll be including all of you in my prayers from now on. Oh, thank you. I only ask that you please not hold what I said against the people of this lovely town. What? Yesterday he wanted to run us out of town, and now he's happy to see us? People can be like that sometimes, I guess. Aw, foul! You even foul something up to him? He really is sorry. He's just not just saying it. Let's go that way. Didn't you say we're godless heretics you wanted nothing to do with? Don't be ridiculous. The fact that you're here now is proof you overcame the last Yuga's difficulties with us. That makes you all one of us now. You're our friends, our family. And not only that, today is the blessed first day of Kricha. Yuga, the Yuga of peace. Oh, that's why. Are you hungry? If you like, you're welcome to come and eat with me in my mansion. Or would you prefer some fine ornaments for the young ladies? We also have plenty of beautiful flowers. That's very kind of you, but no, we're good. We're good. Yes, I'm afraid we have some pressing business we need to take care of first. I appreciate the offer, but we really should be on our way. I gotta say, these Lost Belts are definitely, I don't know, maybe it's just because they had time on their hands to, like, really craft the stories and stuff, but the Lost Belt saga has been just really on point. I really like what they've been doing with it. Not to say that, like, the singularities haven't been good, and there's certain ones that are better than others, of course, but, yeah, I just like the Lost Belt. Especially for, like, the prologue and just Lost Belt 1 and on. It's just, it's really good. Do you guys have a favorite Lost Belt? Even though that all of them have been pretty good, I still think Lost Belt 1's my favorite. More probably because just what happened from the prologue on, which is a really nice setup considering what happened in the previous chapters. Plus Lost Belt 1's theme is really good. Just that kind of dissonance that like sound of hopelessness that it kind of gives for considering what's going on. It's really good thematics. I see. Well, that's a pity. I was hoping to introduce you to the rest of the townsfolk. Oh, by the way, that mansion over there is my house. I'm afraid it ended up that big on account of my being mayor. It's very embarrassing living somewhere as obscene as that, but it is not without meaning. True, that's very true. What do you prefer? Do you prefer Utalka or just Talka, or even you? I want to make sure I have your name right. And same thing with you, and same thing, lady, if you're there as well. I want to make sure I have everybody's names. I always appreciate everybody, new people coming in to say hi. Please feel free to come visit whenever you have the time. You'll always be welcome to my home. That's fair. That's fair. I don't blame you. I will say though, if I'm gonna say one is probably going to outdo the others, I'm super stoked for Lost Belt 6. The Fairy Lost Belt, just because Morgan Le Fay is a thing, and I have a whole history with Morgan Le Fay, so let's just say she's my new favorite berserker. Good day, then. What the heck? I've never seen someone go from jerkwad to sweetheart in no time flat like that. He seemed elated. Probably because it's peacetime. It's probably because Krita Yuga, the Yuga of happiness, tends to make most of the locals friendly and kind-hearted. Though, of course, I'm sure there are exceptions. I mean, like this guy here. You guys again? Oh, Master Izaji. He doesn't seem any different now than he did before. I love how you can say that, Maj, with that adorable face of yours. I'm not judging either way. I'm just surprised how simply hearing him click his tongue again has made me feel so relieved. Ever the optimist. And then there's... it's you guys! This is such a surprise! So you made it to the new Yuga, huh? That's great! Yes, it wasn't easy, but we made it. But we did make it. I'm glad to see you're okay too, Asha. I sure am. I prayed extra hard, so I didn't get hurt at all. I see. That's wonderful. Oh, but speaking of hurt, is your dog, Vihan, okay? He hurt his leg before the Kali Yuga, right? I don't see him with you. Huh? Oh, I have a feeling I know what's going to happen. Who's Vihan? Yup. So basically, anybody who gets a race is gone from existence, and nobody remembers them, including the puppy. That makes me sad. What? Why do it have to be the puppy? Why do you have to be the puppy? How dare? Typhoon, how dare you monsters? Good note to start off with. Alright, back to the quiet field. Oh, friend code. Yes, let me do that. Because I know people were asking for it. Friend? Nope, that is not what I'm doing here. Where is... I don't go to these menus all that often. So I really need to... There we go. Perfect. And I'll post it here in the comments too if you happen to listen in. So if you want to follow back, here you go. That is my friend code. So if any of you guys want to go ahead and friend me, go right ahead. I'd be more than happy to have more people's. Friends are good. Nice. Do you also go by Utaka as well? I'm going to make sure I have you added. I have a lot of requests from people that I do not recognize. Okay, perfect. I will look you... Maybe? Oh, maybe I haven't gotten it yet. Interesting. Well, I will make sure to add you later. I will say, though, I do have in my friend support, Scotty, and a couple other things. Ah, you have to reopen your friend list as well. Neat. Okay, hold please. There we go, we got 2. Oh, perfect. Adding you. And then... adding you. I think I saw somebody else here too. That might be here. But we will add you as well. Neat. Perfect, there we go. We're all set. I also have I do have a leveled up Scotty on my support. So if you want to do Scotty looping memes, I got you covered. Plus I have also other things as well, which I probably should just update the list too, so. I'm worried about leveling up my favorites. I think more of my supports are leveled than my actual like combat servants. It's kind of sad. All right. So assassins and maybe casters for this one? Oh, lancers. What do we want to bring with us? Let's do some art memes with Ganesha. So yeah, as far as my teams are concerned, I do have one for each, so I do have all the big 4. Along with some other servants here and there, though not as levels as I'd like them to be. They do decent. Like my Mosh, I definitely need to go and level her up, but I want her to go back to her original form. Her only max form is just bleh. Give me my art memer. Yeah, we'll do this one. Perfect. More story stuff. Oh, did we leave? What's wrong, Mosh? Oh, right, things happened. Oh. All right, it should be safe to discuss this now that we've come this far. What is the meaning of this? This world runs on the Yuga cycle, but needless to say, these aren't proper Yugas. A real creature Yuga, or Satura Yuga, depending on who you ask, is supposed to last for 4,800 years. Really? Wow. Then the Trita Yuga is supposed to last for 3,600 years. The Divrapana Yuga, 2,400. And the Kali Yuga for 1,200. And on top of that, these are in God years, where each one is equivalent to 360 human years. Suffice to say, we're talking about a really long time. Whereas in this world, it would seem only the ratio has been preserved, given that each Yuga is apparently 4, 3, 2, and 1 day long, respectively. That's right, but the people I've talked to here said things weren't always like this. It used to be that the Yuga cycles last for hundreds of years, or maybe even longer. So that's what this world was like immediately after it was pruned away and became a lost belt. Right. I'm sure the period where Kalis would show up had to have been proportionately longer back then. But I'd also bet they showed up much less frequently than they do now. Otherwise, the people here would have gone extinct long ago. But over time, the cycles got shorter and shorter, and now it only lasts 10 days. Can you imagine if the world got remade after a day? Or after 10 days? That's a horrifying concept. I have to think that drastically shortening cycles is why there are so many mortalities now. Unless we're already in a loop, and we just don't realize that the change has happened. We could be repeating the same day, 10 days over and over again, and we would never know. Having fake memories and things like that. I don't know. Funny things to think about. They used to only be let out a bit at a time, but now the floodgates have been opened, so to speak. Why did Arjuna shorten the Yuga cycle so much? Part of it is thanks to that disciple pouring poison in his ear, like I said earlier. And part of it is that the Tree of Emptiness has given him power he didn't have before, that let him do so, which is kind of interesting. I would think that he would just be as powerful as he is because of all the gods he absorbed, but sure, why not? Yes, I know that only addresses the how, not the why. I'm getting to that. I think the reason he sped up things so much is to reach whatever ends he has in mind for all that much faster. In short, it looks like he's in a rush to create his perfect world. What do you mean by that? Okay, now I can finally answer the question that's been plaguing all of you. What exactly happened earlier? The answer is that it's something unique Arjuna does, something that isn't meant to happen in a normal yuga. Whenever one of these shortened yuga cycles comes to an end, he purges everything he considers defective and unnecessary from this world. He believes that by repeating that process over and over, he'll eventually arrive at a perfect world devoid of anything it should have, or as he thinks of, its evil. It doesn't work like that. I'm pretty sure fractions don't work like that. Damn, that's one hell of a destination. I see. So this purging must include living things, not just inanimate objects. Right, and as far as I can tell, when a living thing is purged, it's like it never even existed. So that's what happened to the poor dog that couldn't run after breaking its leg. So wait, you break your leg and you're considered evil, and thus you must be purged? That's kind of mean! Don't do that! I'm gonna smack Arjuna in the face for that. I can't believe it. Asha loved that dog more than anything, and now she has to remember him. Yeah, that's harsh. I mean, considering the fact that what we're doing to try to save our world by destroying these, essentially, I don't think whoever wants to talk there. It happens to anyone who's unlucky enough to be killed by a Kali too. That's sort of a disqualifying offense. Same goes for the people who ended up as social pariahs, or if Arjuna himself ends up judging you to be flawed. When the next Yuga rolls around, they just cease to exist. It might sound contradictory, but I think Arjuna adjusts for things like that whenever he remakes the world. Like a computer program, which I think is really interesting. You would think a god would be more like, very much art thou themselves, or talking to themselves in the first person and all that stuff. But Arjuna Alter acts more like a computer program, which I think is interesting. I see. That would explain how continuity and discontinuity can exist simultaneously in New Yuga. For example, Asha may have completely forgotten her beloved dog, but she still remembers all of you. But how does such a thing even work? I'm not entirely sure myself, but I can tell you what that blabbermouth disciple of the foreign god said. He said Arjuna collects every bit of data that makes up the world whenever he blows it away, kind of like a snapshot. Or a computer! You're talking like he's a computer program! I mean, are gods computer programs and we don't even know it? Are we in the Matrix? Is this the Matrix? Then, when it's time to begin a new creature yuga, he uses that data, let's call it Snapshot A, to reassemble the world. As he puts everything back together, he removes all the elements he deems defective and unnecessary. I mean, by what judgment? That's kind of the other thing too. It's all well and good you want to get rid of all of evil, but what a person's or an entity's concept of evil is completely subjective. So I don't think you can really wipe out anything, because what one person thinks is evil might think is good, and vice versa. And in the end, he has a new world based on Snapshot A, but reflects the changes he made. Oh, I get it. He's a cheater. I mean, considering his gameplay, yes, he might as well be. He's basically hacking the save data, changing the parameters to suit his preference before reloading it. So are you just saying that he basically has a Game Shark? Or an action replay for the world? Does anyone remember those? Action replay and Game Shark from way back when? Those were some really weird hacking programs. I'm surprised that they actually allowed those to be sold. I figured that something like that with like tampering with the software and games and stuff like that would actually be like illegal, but apparently not. Yeah, I had those too. I typically only used them for like after the game was done to either A, get more resources quicker, or just to like have fun and break the game. Like there's a couple of games I've done that with, like done like really fun like hacked runs for the fun of it. Really just increase the play value with that. Just always sucked on the rare occasions where you do something goes wrong and it actually breaks the game file, which I've had happen a few times. Cheaters! Discover gamers everywhere. Don't they know hacking saves takes all the fun out of it? I mean, hacking the game after you've beaten the game can add more fun to it. He's not doing this to have fun. All he cares about is making what he considers to be a perfect world. A world consisting only of what is truly necessary, with nothing wasted or evil to be found. Aha! Now I know what genre he's playing too. He's into 4X games. What's a 4X game? The heck's a 4X game? I've never heard of that game genre before in my life. Yeah, exactly, what are those? A 4X game is a simulator where the player just sets the initial parameters and then the world sorts of plays out from there. Are you talking about kind of like a Sims game? Kind of like the Sims? That would be a 4X? And if you're a cheater, if something happens in your sim that you don't like, say if an enemy nation takes you by surprise and invades you, you save your game, hack your data, and reload, and it's like the enemy nation that was bothering you never existed. That's the kind of thing we're talking about here, right? Arjun's just doing that over and over until he wins, right? I swear, what's the point of even playing if you're just gonna cheat to win? Death to cheaters, that's what I say! Thank you, Juko. Yeah, some people just care about the destination, not the journey. Yeah, that's fair. Video game analogies aside, love how Da Vinci just looks disgusted. Hey, you're in a game too, Da Vinci. Stop that. We gamers here are good peoples. If that's true, it sounds like Arjuna isn't remaking the world from scratch every time. He resets the cycle then. Instead, he basically is treating the world as like a model, adding new parts and removing old ones. Then it would stand to reason that, strictly speaking, the people here may not be dying and being brought back to life. Yeah, it seems more likely that everything down to their souls is being saved as data. And that their memories are being modified when they're put back into the new world. And if that's the case, we're talking about a much smaller scale feat than creating the entire universe from nothing. It's still a big freaking deal, don't get me wrong. But if Arjuna got every Indian divinity and support from the Tree of Emptiness, it's theoretically possible. I imagine he'd be able to do more than that, personally. Being to see the larger picture. There is something about the Lost Belt that's almost reminiscent of a singularity. I mean, aren't all the Lost Belt singularities? The Russian, Scandinavian, and Chinese Lost Belts were seen so far were all the results of a world where some definite event happened in their respective pasts to dramatically change the course of history. But this Indian Lost Belt is still in the middle of its definite event. Okay, that's fair. I can see where you're coming from there. Here, its king is continually trying to evolve this world by regularly recreating it with parameters that would be unthinkable in proper human history. While he has yet to reach his goal of a perfective world, I suspect the reason that this world was pruned is that the very act of trying to change it in such a manner was considered a mistake. Ahem. What is it, Director Joe-Off? If you have any questions, please go right ahead. Do you ever shut up? Joe-Off? You're one to freaking talk, my dude. Don't be talking to don't talk bad to don't talk back to Sherlock. Don't do that. Sherlock is good. I don't mind if you explain things, but if I insist you do so concisely in the report, I can read at my leisure. You just gave me flashbacks to one of my teachers in the clock tower days who would lecture me for what felt like days on end. Not gonna lie, I kind of would love to know what clock tower life would be like. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, we kind of get it for a little bit of it from the El Malloy saga, but still, it would be kind of nice if we get a little bit more, even from like how it was back in the day. Who cares if the people here are technically die or not when this world is remade? The part that actually matters is that we will die if we get caught in that. What is this emote? I like that emote. That's cool. I like the symbol. I suppose you do have a point. Of course I do. Now then, I say we pivot the discussion to more practical matters. Namely, how do we stay safe, and what is our next course of action? You there, Pepperoncino. It is only by my good grace that you're running around outside instead of being confined in the border under lock and key. Now, repay the favor by telling us something we can use, damn it! Something you can use? Well, I guess I can think of one thing. Though I kind of find it funny that Giraffe is Gordy's son, considering how much of a douche Gordy was back in Apocrypha. I like how the timeline's kind of like, I don't know, gives us more like happy scenarios with all these characters that we see. Gotta love these multiple timelines for the Fate series. Pulling off a feat that massive takes a lot out of Arjuna, so he isn't able to move around much. And I don't just mean that long stretch of time at the end of the Kali Yuga, when he charges up that noble phantasm. I'm pretty sure that, unlike most servants, he doesn't do much of anything the rest of the time either. I guess he just doesn't have access to the energy he would need to do more than ride that Vimana of his. Yeah, right? Yeah, both Fate timelines are dark, so the happiness that we can find in the little moments in between is good. Yeah, but this cannot stand. Must have drama. With a teeny little bit of happiness sprinkled in. God, that bot. I'm loving these emotes that you guys are bringing in. These are awesome. I'm hoping one day I have a few emotes that I'm trying to make myself, so I'm hoping to have them done sometime soon. I think that's how he spent most of his time, just riding around the Tree of Emptiness on his Vimana. Of course, he might look like he's spacing out up there, but I'm sure he's actually keeping a close eye out for the next bit of evil to be purged. It's probably got something to do with the containers that many powerful deities within himself. It would also explain why he seems so devoid of personality. But then, isn't that exactly why he would need other servants to handle other things for him? Okay, so that actually, Rama makes a good point. He has so much divinity that he's devoid of any form of humanity. Because that's the one thing about the old gods. They were despite the fact they were quote-unquote divine, they were always depicted as being very human and wrathful and just like everyday people, just with godlike powers. Could reshape the universe however they thought. So, yeah, so having so much divinity that it's almost, like it kind of washes the rest of the humanity away. Makes sense. There can only be happiness when that happiness is ultimately ripped away, like when you finish the Lego set, only to have your foils destroy unknowing the hours of hard work. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Not gonna lie, I will say that having stuff that's happy is good, and there's always good to having stories with some happy bits into it. Of course, for a lot of people, drama and passion and just all types of crazy stuff is always it always seems to do better than anything that's happy. Drama is a driving force for some reason. We're twisted. Hello, Ninja Black. Welcome in. How are you? Nice to see another face here. Just doing some Lost Belt 4 stuff and just talking about the concepts of life and drama and things. But yeah, I'm good with stories of both, though I can't lie that I don't like my drama. I can't say that I don't like my drama. I love my drama. Drama is good. You can do it so long as it's not well, super cliche. Then again, as a tip as I've gotten as a writer, is that every story's already been told, so you kind of do whatever you want. Trying to avoid cliches is impossible at this point. Ash did say something about that, didn't he? Yeah, he did. I think he called himself Lokapala? Lokapala. In the original Indian mythology, Lokapalas were said to protect the world. They were the guardians of all directions. Though I don't know what that could mean. We know their Nezahan is now, but who were those other two servants? I'm afraid I don't know. I was already on their outs with Arjuna when he got around to summoning them. By that time, he just considered me an outsider he didn't need to worry about. Though, since I'm Ash's former master, he did tell his servants to eliminate me if they happened to see me. Suffice to say, I have no idea what their true names are, though I get the feeling they're an archer and a caster class. Zhengyu? Ooh, nice! Congratulations on the Zhengyu! I think I could make an educated guess, but there's no point in speculating at this point. We need solid info. Well, this seems like a good time to tell you that those servants are not the only enemies we face here. There are also the sacred beasts, the mythical creatures that people here refer to as the agents of God. Oh, those? They're primitive guardian beasts Arjuna made to counteract the Kali. Oh, Ninja Black, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Big thank you on that one. And since there are almost no Kali during the peaceful creature Yuga, the beasts are supposed to just wander around like normal animals. Holmes, what do you mean by this seems like a good time? I suspect the answer to that and your next immediate course of action will be clear to you soon enough. Oh, hey, look! My beast! Sacred beast! I guess that means Arjuna really doesn't want us here then. So, of course, they'll attack us on sight now, just like the Kali. You said the beasts wander around just like ordinary animals, yes? Then we clearly can't let our guard down just because the creature Yuga is now. Still, I don't know if it's the sunshine or what, but my body feels lighter now. This shouldn't take long. Yeah, I'll show you guys how well I can hold my own in a fight. Or at least, I hope I'll be able to. Don't worry, Juko, you're good. Sweet. Don't you love that when you can just curve stop? Curve stop and stuff is fun. Alright, here we go. Oh! Do we got a buff? It looks like we got a buff. Increase amount of HP recovered and HP at the end of... Oh, okay, that works. Neat. Let's power up Juko here. Switch you for you. We'll save that for next. Do this. The attack buff. Alright, and here we go. I don't know if this will actually kill anybody, but we'll see what happens. Genshin Impact time, go! Where's the quote? Where's my court? Oh, well, not my quartz. Where's my gems? They had to have known. They had to have known. This was intentional, name it that. Oh, nice. Neat. All right. Let us do that. Oh, right on the cusp of that. Guard it. What do we got here? Yeah, I mean, there's no point in getting that set up. Let's do that. Bop. Oh, well, there you're dead. So we don't have to worry about it. Neat. Move along. Okay, so big boss. Oh, well, two bosses. Let's do MP strength up. We'll do this so we get the MP off. Let's do that. And away we go! I could definitely appreciate... I know she doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but I like how tanky Juko is. And the fact that she can NP Sam relatively well is nice. Now that... I do have to ask though, because I know everybody has a preference. Does anyone have a preference as far as like what type of team that they use? Like, do they prefer using like Arts, Buster, or Quick? Yeah, the only considering the fact there's not many mood cancers out there, it's nice to have something that kind of have at least one server that covers all your bases at least. So now that I think about it, I thought mood cancers were pretty neutral for stuff. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. If I had a choice, I'd very much like using Arts, which makes the fact that Castoria is going to be coming out next year all the more enticing. Plus all the other servers that are coming around. Oh, okay, Ninja. So basically you were more of a quick memer. Got it. Ah, yeah, that will do it. I'm sorry to hear that. Put that back on you here. Even though you really haven't taken any damage. Let's do that. Okay, yeah, this should get most of us up to where we need to go. I think this should kill this. Yup. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, no, not enough. Alright, let's do an impact. Oh, I should have done the 90% one. Whoopsie doodle. Oh well. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Yutaka, that's kind of what I'm looking at there too. Like I said, much prefer just spamming Noble Phantasms over and over again against bosses. I absolutely love doing that. But yeah, busted, like sometimes Arts just can't, well, Arts can sustain so they can hang around forever. Though there are some boss battles that you just want to like, can this end now please? You're alive, but can this end? But yeah, having something that you can just take out things just really quick, leaving no margin for error, is just outplay by damage is always nice. Quick teams are a lot of fun too, especially when you get those really high off quick crits. So I'm kind of in the process of like designing teams based on all that. I agree. If you can, at the very least, it's nice to have versatility. Now, I would be worried that if I just had like an arts team or something like that, that would just burn me out of the game a little bit too much. But yeah, quick farming is definitely good. I'm hoping to get more copies of my down test so I can loop. So I can do better looping, especially with the new summer event coming out. Ooh! Nice! Lucky on that. Yeah, I've had the opportunity to use like a support Kick-Hasan. It's insanity how long he just sticks around. I know his damage isn't like the stupid high. Isn't like stupid high, but it's awesome just to see what he can do. Sure, I'd be more than happy to. I will definitely get some use out of him. Kind of makes me want, like, it's, like, I'm kind of on the fence as far as getting one for myself. Can I have Hercules, which I'm trying to level up to rank 10 for friend support? So, technically speaking, that kind of acts like an anchor. But I kind of like Kick-Hasan a little bit more. And he's busted in some senses. I don't know, that's just me. I mean, he's going to be coming out, he's on raid up soon, so. But then there's Dantes. Ah, gotcha, life's hard. Okay, Now that we've gone over how things generally work in this Lost Belt, though, I gotta ask, was King Hassan just one of your first like SSRs that you got, or just your favorite? What do you think of it? Yeah, very much so. I agree. Yeah, they know what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Ah, okay. Nice. Both of them are good. Yeah. The fact that King Hassan was supposed to be expected to come out next year, but the fact that he's here this year is kind of a surprise. But yeah, it's a big trap. It is definitely a big trap. So many summer servants. But, I mean, they know what they're doing. They know how to cater to us. I haven't had a chance to use shooting now that I think about it. Nightingale, yes. She's pretty good as a support. I don't think it's right. I don't like it. Me either. Asha and Vihan looked to me like they were the best of friends. They were like family. I mean, pets are family. And I'm positive that it had nothing to do with how well Vihan could or couldn't run. It didn't matter how well he could hunt or stand guard either. As far as Asha was concerned, she just loved him and wanted to stay by her side. Wow. Huh. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I guess because I remember somebody making a comment about it, that he was going to be coming out possibly like later on this year. Maybe that's what they were referring to. Because I imagine they've done this before. I think they've done this before. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It really shouldn't be a big of a surprise. Though I think King Hassan was definitely a long overdue banner. It's definitely a long overdue banner considering how popular he is. And how strong he is too. So if the god of this world just erased their relationship for his own reasons, what happens to all the love that she had for him? All the happiness she felt when they were together? Where does it go? Yeah, you said it. That is very true. It's like all the history and everything just goes away. Foo! Amazing. The same girl who used to resemble nothing so much as a living doll expounded on love. Oh, this is just precious. I think I'm gonna cry. Although, I wonder what Barrow would say if he saw this new Mosh. I thought Barrow has some choice words. Cannot wait till we see Barrow in that. I cannot wait till we see more of Barrow. The fact that he freaking chickened out of the Lost Belt that he was in. Allow me to offer some criticism of this world from a different perspective. I'm sure it's been some time since the calendar meant anything in this world, but for the purposes of our discussion, let's say that the year here is 2021. It is! As I'm sure you're aware from visiting the nearby town, civilization here has not advanced anything like as far as in proper human history. That's not to say I only value the post-industrial age advances, or that I'd have no appreciation for a life lived in harmony with nature. I assure you, neither is true. Though now that I think about it, I will say this, though. I am both excited and terrified for the anniversary banner, the GSSR that's coming out. Considering the fact that top of my list is Holmes here. I need him in my life. He's been avoiding me for way too long. I hope I can luck out on him. I probably won't, but I hope I can luck out on him. I'm merely saying that civilization as a whole has clearly not progressed here when compared to proper human history. Does anybody have any listing as far as what they want for GESSR? Like, so Sherlock's is like top of my list, followed by Edmond, depending on how many copies of him I get. That expected alone is enough for me to declare this world a far cry from anything approaching the ideal. The march of civilization has stalled here just like in the Chinese Lost Belt, albeit for very different reasons. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I know when you get to a certain point, if your account is pretty decent, then they're just not many servants that you just really, really want. It's just ones that are just kind of, it'd be cool to have, but meh, type of deals. I think that's where I'm kind of getting to the point of, like, after Edmond, like, after Sherlock and Edmond, I'm kind of going to be in that same boat for the GSSR. Depending if some of the later summons are not available. Like, if for whatever reason, like, I don't get Castoria or something like that. Now, what's that? I will definitely be rolling on that banner in the off chance I don't get Castoria. Forever. The Martian civilization has stalled here, just like in the Chinese Lost Belt, albeit for very different reasons. And it's hardly neat saying, but I don't like the way this god does things either. Cheaters get permabanned, that's what they say. Is that what they say? On another note, is everything okay, Rama? Something on your mind? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like I said, if you have a good portion of the 5 stars, you really get, like, when you get to these GSSRs, it's kind of like, do I really need to roll at this point? So I can totally understand that. Although I imagine there might be servants that would just be kind of like a cool thing to have, but who knows? Also, King Assad, what's your favorite? I just realized something. Arjuna has attained every Indian divinity in this Lost Belt history, right? Then that would mean Sita is one of them. Really? I didn't know she was trained as a god. Just as I am an avatar of Vishnu, Sita is an avatar of Vishnu's consort, Lakshmi. Of course, that doesn't mean that they're all one and the same, but they're certainly close enough. So then, what should I do? What else? I have to save her. That is who I am. It's my very reason for existing. Gotta respect Rama for his constant pursuit of Sita. I hope we do get Sita as a servant at some point in time. Or they're just gonna keep the curse. Okay, so Okita, Alter, and the Kagetora. All good ones. Yeah, now, I have much more appreciation for Okita Alter since I've had a chance to use her just for farming stuff. I can see how she's a really good farmer. And just the way she does her attacks and stuff like that is just really cool. Plus her Noble Phantasm's awful. Also, Majin Beam for days. Oh, gotta love it. So love is your main motivator for defeating Arjuna. Well, that's just beautiful. Though I will say, King Assad is definitely high up there on my list. I love the concept. I love his concept. The fact that he's essentially because he's so closely associated with the assassin class, that he just essentially just becomes, he's just an embodiment of death itself. And he's not like a traditional assassin. He just uses a broadsword and shield. He's more like a dark paladin than anything else. Like, his aesthetics are really cool. I can appreciate him. I think I'm definitely going to take the chance to at least roll a little bit for him. At least to get one copy for myself. Or if I don't get him, I'll just use yours. Which I'm sure you've put a lot of love and care into. What do you think of Arjuna, Pepe? Me? It's like I said, I thought he and this world were a dead end the moment I met him. Can't get much further from my type than this version of Arjuna. He might have a pretty face, but that soul of his is ugly as sin. That face, though. Yeah. Underbooba Altria. Well, here's the question, which one? Because we have several Underbooba Altrias. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a preference? No, that's legit. I mean, why if it's already been leveled up, why you take why just have that, you know? Like, why just have it for yourself? That's fair. Oh, Dictator, thank you so much for the follow. How you doing, dude? I appreciate it. Okay, so alter. Oh, no worries, dude, no worries. That's good. Thank you again for the help as far as the model is concerned. Tonight's gonna be amazing. I know, me too, dude, me too. Wait, who does lady? Oh, are you talking about Yutaka? Having more? That's fair. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't know how many SSR. I really need to do a count on that at some point in time. 63? My God. I don't think I have that many. I think I at least have a little over maybe 20, like maybe somewhere in the 20, 30 range. Most of them are spooks though. I will say that my track record has been pretty decent, so anything that I've rolled for at least one copy of, I've been pretty consistent as far as getting is concerned. And now when I said that, I probably jinxed myself. Master, there may not be any need for me to say this, but please let me say it again anyways. Peppy is a good person. I believe we can trust him, and I think we should work together with him on this. Yeah, I think so too. Until he betrays us at the very end. Aw, that's sweet. Thanks, you two. Oh my God, that face. Yeah, oh, non-dupes. Yeah, there's the dupe thing. Oh, that's pain. The dupe life is real. Oh man, I'm sorry. Hopefully, at the very least, even with all the dupes that you've gotten, I hope you at least have all the service that you want. That's the key thing. It's fine when you can get dupes because then you can kind of interact with servants that you've never played before and actually learn the level, in my mind. But it kind of can really suck and be a little bit demoralizing when you just keep rolling and never get what you want. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, you're a collector. That's fair. Oh, no worries, Dictator. I appreciate it. Any help in lurking follows, all that stuff. I deeply appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Man, I'm sorry. Like, more power to you. I completely respect that. There's nothing wrong with doing that as a goal. For me, I'm as cool as it would be, at least for me personally, to have all the servants. I would feel bad because I wouldn't be using them all. And there's even some that I've gotten from spooks and stuff that I don't even use now, which I feel bad for. So I'm kind of like, if I'm going to get a servant, I want to be using that servant, you know? Ah, okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Oh my God, you got Topacaster and MP5? Along with, oh my God, your belt must hit like a truck. Funny you mentioned Waver. I actually was trying to roll for MP2 Arjuna Alter, and I ended up getting him Waver instead. I already had him from like the last year, but MP2 Waver, I thought that was kind of funny. Topacaster, I got MP1, and I've been happy with her ever since, though I would never mind another copy. Bell, I heard, is busted. Man, now that I think about it, I think the only SSR that I've gotten like at a high MP level would be Moriarty. But that's because he's my favorite, and I keep getting spooked by him when I was rolling for other things. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I only got one Arjuna Alter. Very early on in my rolls, too. I wanted to try to get an MP2 just to kind of round things out, but it didn't happen, which is okay. I did get an MP2 Ash, so I'm not complaining. But that's cool. I think the only servant that I would say that I would, if I ever wanted to go for an MP5, I think would probably be Edmond Dantes. Combination being that higher MP levels actually helps his damage with farming and stuff, and then he's actually my second favorite servant. Topacaster is actually my favorite. Oh my God. I actually did that. You know what? So this file's actually it's my second account. I had an account right at the start of when FGO first released an NA. I didn't end up playing it all that often just because life things happen, but I ended up deleting it by accident, not realizing that it would delete the data and all the things there, which is fine because I didn't put any money into it, which was good. It was all free to play. But I remember rolling on one ticket and ended up getting Vlad from it on the first day of his banner. Well, no. To be honest, it's totally fine because one, I don't think I got too many SSR. I think the only two SSRs that I had on that account was like, I think was Vlad and then John Alter. And they were just really lucky rolls. Like, I just did a ticket and I got them. But I got them, on this new account, I have them again, so it's fine. Oh, yeah, like, the fact that, the whole code thing, I did, like I said, I wasn't aware. So, I was a little bit, about that. But, you know, it happens. And now I learned, I have my code, I have it saved, and we're good. So if anything bad happens to my phone or anything like that, I'll have my save data back. Because I put way more work into this account. No, totally. I agree with you 100%. I have my code saved in multiple locations just in case. So in the off chance that something like this happens, we're good. Because yeah, I put quite a bit into this account as well. If I lost it, would I be upset? Very. But I think I would still play it again. I would still play the game again because I love the Fate franchise that much. And I would just force myself to actually use like the lower rarity servant so I could get understand why people love them so much. Outside of the characters, of course, just by use in battle. Oh God, that's hurtful. I'm so sorry. That's insanity. Man, that's rough. Yeah, that's always when you're trying to just get one cup. You know what? That was Tamamo for me. Like, I think I ended up saving up for her. I think I put in like a few packs as well. And I went down from like maybe 2 to 3 packs, what I had saved up for her, and then like almost 50 tickets. And then the last 2, and then the last, like, when I only had, like, when I finally got her for a ticket, it was, like, I think I was left with, like, 2 or 3. And 144, including dupes. Jeez. Oh, my God. That's insanity how the gacha works. My God. That's good. At least you got Kama. At least you got Kama. Man, the gacha hell is real. Nonetheless, the fact that remains that you're a crypter. Also, if any of you guys are curious, as far as here, and I'll post it a little bit early. I don't really wait until like the very end because we're all just chatting and stuff like that. Let me post this here. If you guys are interested, I do have a YouTube channel, which I put all the VODs for this. For any time I stream, but also I do have a series. I do have an FGO series or Gacha series called Gacha Hell, which basically shows how all my roles have gone since I've started VTubing. I think we're up to episode 6, and the last one was with Arjuna Alter. So if you're interested to see how dumb and horrifying my roles were, go for it. Plus, depending on what the event is and stuff like that, I do try to do them live as well. So. If you want to catch me ever doing rolls, are you truly about to let your assigned lost belt be destroyed? What will you say to the others? You'll probably be dead by the end of it. Why, I'll just say I did my best, but it wasn't good enough. Oopsie! That's a mood. I don't want to get on I don't want to get them on their bad side either. I'm just going with the flow here. Humph. Well, I trust you even less now. Oh, I did not catch what you just said. Oh, if you're so easygoing, why did you join the Cryptors in the first place? Really? Why is it that you didn't go so hard? I understand not wanting to save up for Space Ishtar, but is Carter one of your favorites? Or are you just in for the collection aspect? I mean, I believe you did say you wanted to collect them all. Gotta get them all. But I'm kind of with you there. Yeah, from my understanding, he is. I personally like Carter as a character, so if I got him, it'd be like, sweet, I'll take it. So I was kind of tempted to roll on his banner too, but I decided against it because Dantes. But yeah, he's a decent Buster servant. He is decent. I just wish they would give him like a better NP buff, or at least rather than being the random 25%, give him like at least the bump up to 30 at the very least. So weird. Okay, so Dante's Jolter or Mothman? Yeah. No, that's legit. That's legit. For me, yeah. For me, definitely it's going to be, because I'm going to be picking the top one, it's definitely going to be Sherlock, Edmond. Like, one copy of Sherlock at the very least, because he's one of my favorite servants. Edmond, because I want more copies for damage. And then whoever, if I get anybody else, I'm kind of just like, oh, okay. The sad part is anybody that would like really, really want is all the way on the is on the other banner. Well, bars a few exceptions, like say, like maybe like another copy of Archer Artoria for the arts memes. Maybe another thing for Moriarty, since I already have an MP3, just give it an MP4. Why not? Ereshagal's another one because I like her character, and I think she's a really good support servant. I had a chance to use her. She's dumb. Oh, so you're only 2 away? You have them all? So what, Karna and who else, if you don't mind me asking? You could have just turned them down from the start and then die. Well, that was a cruel thing to say. Huh? Oh, you're in the crypto lore. Hooray. Oh, in that banner. Okay. The GSSR one. Okay. Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, considering let me say this. The GSSR from New Year's, I was able to get Merlin out of that pool when he was on the top of my list. So I can get Merlin, you could definitely get one of the 2 that you're missing. And I wish you the best of luck. I wish the best of luck to all of you. I hope you all get if you all are participating in the GSSR, I hope that you get the server that you want. This is always a fun time. And even if you don't get the server that you want, I hope you get a decent one that you can use. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Scotty's good. Scotty's good. Wow, nice. Yeah, you gotta love that. You gotta love the fact that you can flex that luck, right? Man. That's so good. Yeah, I kind of, like, I don't know. Like, here's the other thing, too. A lot of those GSSR that's going to be coming out anyway, we'll be able to get through. Wait. No, I take that back. These are the limited GSSRs. Never mind. I'm thinking of the ticket that's coming out next year. I still can't believe that everyone's going to be able to get a free waiver. I'm super stoked about that. Gotta figure out who I want for my free GSSR ticket. Like, I have most of the servants there, and everybody else I don't. It's just kind of meh. Maybe an extra copy of Achilles, since I love Achilles. Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of in that same boat too. Like, I've looked over the list a couple of times. I think, like, bar Achilles, he'd probably be, like, Achilles and maybe Karna, just to have him. I can't think of really anybody else. Who knows, maybe I'll get Junko, because she's on that list, too. Circumstantial change confirmed. I have a proposal for you, chosen ones. An offer for those of you who were cast aside. Oh, this must be the foreign god. If you desire accumulation, then choose rebirth. If you desire indolence, then choose eternal sleep. It makes no difference to a god. So, I didn't want to have to tell you this, but we didn't have any choice. Thawing the coffins might not sound like a big deal, but it's basically like recovering dead bodies. We were all dead in there, and we were never going to wake up from that darkness. But then the foreign god came and told us, you may live as a crypto, or you may die as a master. And that was that. Also, they didn't know. Honestly, I still don't know who or what this foreign god is. Justaria seems like he does, but he's not one to talk. All I know is in exchange for being given new life, we were to be thrown into these newly wiped clean worlds, and put in charge of growing respective lost belts trees of emptiness.
Of course, I know we betrayed all mankind when we chose to leave our coffins as cryptors, so I'm not under any illusion that we're the real victims here. I'll even admit that I thought that this game to see who'll get to be king of the world sounded fun. Whatever it will be, you know? If an old monk friend of mine were here now, he'd probably say something like, "You guys were just unlucky." Oh, you got Fujino, nice! Yeah, that's true. Wait a minute, did she get like a random rerun banner after her buff that she got, like 2 years from now? I thought I distinctly remember she was getting a buff. Like she got a buff and then she was getting a rerun banner afterwards. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Interesting. That's cool though. Yeah, I think it's not this year, but next year. Or I'm sorry, it's not next year, but the following year. She ends up getting, there's a rerun for her banner. No, I mean, considering how limited she is, no, that's totally a flex. You got her before most other people did. That also depends on how you got her too. Nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to flex a little bit. Still, there's nothing to be gained from cursing your fate, and besides, I was already getting bored with it. So I'm just going to do the best that I can, and try not to throw my life away for nothing. I'm not going to sell out my fellow cryptors, and I have no desire to fight all of you to the death either. And since that works out for both of us, isn't that good enough for now? No! As far as I know, no, she hasn't had a rerun since this banner. At least as far as I know. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I think you can totally flex on that one. Limited servants for the win! Unless somebody gets her out of the GSSR, which she is in the GSSR pool. I don't know if she's in there now, but she will be eventually. I looked at the list a few days ago when I was trying to like map out my plan since the GSSR thing is coming out. Actually, now that I think about it, I actually had an idea for a video. I think what I might do is like a tier list for like all the, maybe I'll do like a recorded tier list, either on stream or just in video form. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. As far as like what servants I want from the GSSR a little bit before it happens. And then just to get some talks going on. I think that'd be kind of fun. I found a tier list maker for that, so I just have to edit it to get it the way that I want it to, and then we'll be good. Then, does that mean nobody on Team A is willingly choose to side with the foreign god? I don't know about all of us, but me, Kadok, and Ophelia sure didn't. Oh wait, I guess Ophelia is an exception. She swore to become a cryptor for her own, very personal reasons. For the fact that she's sipping for Kishtari, I bet. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't think she is. I don't think she is. So I guess she's kind of limited in that regard. Outside of that, I don't think she'll have her own solo banner past this point, but she will be in the GSSR pool. So people can definitely pull it from there. Then please, just tell me one more thing. Where does the name Cryptor come from? Is it a code name for something? Did the foreign god give it to you? No way! You're really bringing that up now? Oh right, I just remembered. You never knew this, did you, Mashi? Now it all makes sense. The name Cryptor comes from Director Marysbury. It was the title he gave to the special masters who were chosen for Team A. Oh. Really? Interesting. Anywho, let's talk about how exactly we can go about beating Arjuna. Because I'll be honest, I've got nothing. Oh my god. Can we all appreciate Pepe's faces? The facial expressions are great. It never fails. It's so good. This is no laughing matter. He even shrugged off my noble phantasm like it's nothing. Although, now I understand why. It's because his very divine essence is just that strong. There's no trick or even magecraft involved. It's just what he is, plain and simple. Now, I will say this, though, now that I'm thinking about it. I am kind of hoping... I'm kind of curious as far as how next year's going to go. Because next year, because of obvious things that are happening in the world, was rather light. I'm curious if we're going to get like a fast track to a lot of the stuff that was going on during the year. Like, are we going to get things earlier? Are we going to like get little events things a little sooner since they'll have the ability to do so? Or they're going to keep things paced out as they have been? Something interesting to think about. Like, are we going to get just like random banners that weren't available to the Japanese audience? Or the Japanese servers? Or stuff that's earlier? Okay, so you're thinking it's just going to be as it was before, as it was last year? Well, that's fair. I always like to think about that type of stuff. Since we're 2 years ahead, it's not like playing Genshin Impact where everybody's just dealing with stuff in like in real time. We have the benefit of hindsight, like literal hindsight, I guess, because we're 2 years behind in NA. So it's always interesting to see how NA will handle stuff. It's cool though that we get things a little bit earlier on, which makes me wonder when we're actually going to get the GSSR. I'm betting probably like a little after the fourth. We're on the fourth. Yeah, we're on the fourth. The fourth anniversary next week, and then maybe that Monday will be the GSSR into the summer event. I don't know. Jeez, so he even cheats just by existing? How in the world are we supposed to beat him then? Cry. Honestly, you're in much worse shape to fight him now than that Cardi's out of the picture. I just don't see how Ganesha there could ever fill his shoes, no matter how hard she tries. Hey, you don't have to rub it in. Believe me, I'm well aware. Maybe there's somebody who can help us. True, there could be another rogue servant here. If we could find them and win them over, it would be the fastest and surest way to bolster our ranks. That would be great, but it is a big if. Well, if there's anyone like that, Ganesha around here, there's a good chance somebody in town might know about them. Why don't we head back to Bishu again and see what we can find? Sounds good to me. Then what are we waiting for? Like they say, no road is long with good company, and it's best to make hay while the sun shines. Oh, okay. Don't worry about the thing. I'll make sure we never run out of things to talk about on the way. I can't say that that was actually a concern. Poor Bashi. You having a good time? Everybody's having a good time. What's wrong, Bosch? What are you thinking? We didn't have any choice. Yeah, that would make sense. That's right. I'd forgotten that. Everyone had their reasons for making the choices they did. That's why things ended up like this. It is interesting to see how each of the cryptors kind of handled their respective roles as far as those Lost Belts were. That's why I say I absolutely adore the Lost Belt saga. Like, they did such a great job, combination of just the worlds themselves, that just how, I mean, they're essentially singularities, of course, but just a different take on these different singularities, adding little aspects here and there, making little changes here and there. It's really cool. Plus, like I said, the characters has always been good. That's one thing about the Fates franchise that I absolutely love. That the way they can balance so many characters, important characters at that, and then just give them relevance. Just give them enough depth to make you feel for them. Nice people, not so nice people. People who were interested in me, people who weren't interested in me. I know everyone on Team A. Also, I'm going to say this right now, and I'm putting this prediction into the air for 2 years ahead of time. Barrel's totally a Fae of some sort. I highly agree with, I think Barrel's a Fae, which is why he was able to, his Lost Belt is the one from, is Camelot, controlled by the Fae.
Just, I know that was a bit random, but still, that's my take on that.
I'd forgotten I knew that. I only just remembered that they were also people who lived in Chaldea.
Yeah, because my big thought is, Thanes are always well known for being very, very unpredictable and will kind of do whatever they want to on a whim just for the fun of it. Like, you can look at them funny. They'll turn you into a shrub. They won't look at you funny, and you don't look at them funny, and they're mad at that, and they'll turn you inside out. Or they won't think of anything of you, and they're like, oh yeah, you're here. Turn you into something. So, the fact that Beryl is essentially like an assassin of sorts, who's very much, who seems to like chaos quite a bit. Yeah, exactly, just don't eat the Fae food, bad things happen. That is very bad Civ. But yeah, just all those little bits, and just the way he talks and interacts with everybody, he seems very much like a troll. So that makes me wonder if he's probably part Fae, if not full-on Fae, but just happens to be integrated with human society. I don't know, that's just me. That's my growing theory. Also, can I just say that I cannot wait for the 6th Lost Belt so that I can get my hands on Morgan Le Fay. Like, just, that needs to happen. I need her now, or yesterday, or last year, or 10 years ago. Just saying.
If I was stronger, maybe I wouldn't be feeling so conflicted right now.
I mean, Bosh, you're very strong. I think anybody would be conflicted in this.
If only I was a perfect demi-servant, then...
Stop it. Somebody flick Mosh in the head. Give this girl head pats. Mosh, you could be. You're fine as you are.
Oh, sorry. It's nothing. It looks like we're almost there. I already have an idea for who we could talk to first. It would be great if she knows something. Other gods? I guess you haven't heard anything then. Maybe using the word God isn't the best way to go about it. It might be better to take a different approach. We're looking for somebody who is very much out of place in this world. In other words, someone who finds this place as wrong as we do. If somebody like that exists, they'd probably be out fighting Callie regardless of what it is. So the question we should be asking. Here, Lilibis, let me put it to you this way. Have you heard any rumors about naughty heretics who won't obey your god's teachings? Oh, besides up, of course. Oh, I think the mayor would probably know something about that.
To the mayor?
Well, I wouldn't call them bad, exactly. Everything alive in this world is the God's creation, after all. But I would say they're just a bit too focused on the wrong things, unfortunately. Nonetheless, I've heard there are people like that in the village and on the other side of the mountain. I'm told they spend most of their time taking up weapons and fighting the Callie in defiance of the God's teachings. They'll certainly do things differently than we do in Bishu, where we accept God's trials with piety and grace. But I suppose that is just the way they choose to live their lives.
Other side of the mountain we go!
It's still a bit shocking how much more amiable he is now compared to when we first met him. But at any rate, this is great! Now we have a promising lead. Let's head to this village right away, Master. Sounds good to me, but just be aware that you might not be able to get there by nightfall. I think it's better if we don't move around too much in the middle of the night. So if you find a good place to make camp, don't be shy about doing just that, okay? Don't worry about that. I hate going at forced march. If I have to go hiking, I make sure to take it nice and slow. As long as I'm around, I won't be letting anyone push themselves too hard, not even if they want to. Thank you, Junko. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. God damn it.
Alright, what's the next one here? Okay, another story thing. Real quick. I'm going to go and take if it was okay with you guys, I'm going to take a quick break to get some water to stretch my legs and things. Maybe about 5-10 minutes or so, and then we'll get right back into this, okay? This has been really good. I'm enjoying talking with all of you as far as Fate stuff is concerned. It's always
nice. It's always good to know that there are so many people here that enjoy the Fate series as much as I do. Considering back when, like, the ages of the original Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero, the series just seemed like it was just nobody knew about it, or they only heard about it in passing. But now so many more people enjoy the series and just know it. It's very refreshing. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the one I'm using. Anyway, give me a couple minutes. We're gonna go back to the we're gonna go to the BRB side and give us about 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll continue on with more Lost Belt stuff and more Fate talk. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why the BRB screen decided to go ahead and freeze again. That is so weird. Huh. Interesting. I really gotta get that fixed. I don't know why that happens. I'm so sorry about that. This has been a bit of an ongoing issue. I've yet to figure out what's been going on. It just seems like this kind of tends to just freeze at random for just no apparent reason at all. But I do see here, Lady Nocturnal, you did give me a follow, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. Big thank you. Alright, let's go back here now. Yeah, I've really got to get that fixed up. We'll never understand why it does that. I mean, to be fair, I'm actually in the process of looking to get myself a new overlay and things like that. All the stuff here has been made by me, which is very bare basics, so I definitely can improve on a couple of things. So the hope is that maybe, and I've been meaning to probably need to do this. I probably need to commission someone to go in, get all my layout stuff. But I am looking to go and do some stuff, like maybe have like specific layouts for specific games, specifically ones for FGO, since this is going to be a recurring series. Because I do have some ideas as far as what I want to do with that. Even some changes to my model to make it more, to add some more Fate stuff to it. Not that I don't like my model now, but still. Gotta rock the Fate love, you know? Anywho, while I was on my little mini break, we're about to continue on in a second, I had a question that I wanted to ask you all. I'd be curious to get your opinion on. So, we had talked about before, like, I made the mention that, like, Morgan Le Fay is definitely one servant that I'm super excited about. Maybe because ever since I knew about Fate Stay Night, she was one of the servants that I wanted in the game, or just to be in existence, created in a series somewhere. But I'm curious, is there any servant or any person or heroic figure or anything like that you would love to see made into a servant at some point? Like I said, for me, Morgan Le Fay was a huge one on my list. Was not expecting her to be a berserker. But I'm actually kind of happy about that, because it does lead to more depth, because it's kind of like, oh, okay, let's see what happens. Date Masamune. I don't recognize that name. Date Masamune. Interesting. Date Masamune. Hold on a second. I feel like I'm going to know him right away the minute I see this person. Okay, then I don't feel as bad. I don't recognize him 100%. But Date Masamune. I think the only person that I have for Japanese mythology and lore, I think it was Yamato Take? Or Prince Yamato Take was mine? Mainly because he was known, at least in his lore, to hold one of the 3 Japanese regalias. The sword of sky, the sword of sky in heaven, which he almost kind of dictates being almost kind of like a bit of like a Japanese Excalibur. So having somebody with the power of one of the 3 regalias, I'm kind of curious. I mean, we already have Tamama no Mai, so I don't know. But they would be on my list. But I will say this, a long while ago, I actually came up with, and I write in my free time, more fanfics back when I was younger, but I remember writing my own version of a Holy Grail War, and had all these servants laid out for where I wanted to. As of now, for what we have at JP, most of them have been created. bar like 2.
Most of them have been created, which I think is really cool. Even one that I thought was like super obscure, Captain Nemo, was not expecting them to actually make him into a servant, but we have Captain now. And I will definitely be rolling on him, even though he's not the greatest. God, they really need to fix Nemo's skills. Like, his buffs are really good, but that trait of, oh, you have to be in zero space or near water for it to actually work is kind of dumb. It'd be nice if he had like a buff, maybe like on his Noble Phantasm or something like that, that he made the area around you considered as water for like 3 turns or something like that. I don't know. Like, if he had something like that that allowed him to create water, it'd be great. I don't think he should do it for like, I don't think he should have it for like 3 turns per, maybe not 3 turns, like, I'm wishful thinking it's for 3 turns. But at least 1 turn to where he can kind of use his buffs. Maybe tie it to one of his skills. And then you can just kind of dot off from there. Be like, okay, water buff up. Let's, like, which skill do you want to use in this particular situation? I don't know. That's just me. Like, but his skills are really good. Even, like, his skills are decent. But they are way better than when his traits are active. So that's just me. But yeah, like Prince Yamato, like, yeah, if I had a choice though, yeah, Prince Yamato Take would be mine, along with Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary was actually my berserker. I don't know if we'll ever get either of those two, but who knows? The Fate franchise works in mysterious ways. We haven't even need to get into what next year's Lost Belts are going to be like, so who knows? Anyway, more story. Who is in that memo? I gotta ask you, Utalka. Who is in that memo? Who is that a memo of? Who's writing that memo? I love that gif. I love that little emote. Emotes are so good. And Ganesha's asleep in a statue. We'll be heading back out at dawn, Pepe. Are you sure you don't need to get some sleep? Devi? Is Devi from a certain game? Or anything like that? What about you, Mashi? You're still standing watch this late. I am a Devi servant, so I'm fine going without sleep for a while. Funny how you're okay without sleep, but the divine spirit servant over there apparently can't get enough. This is Juko we're talking about. Oh, and see from your person you're substitute. That's cool. I like that. That's a very good gif. Man, I really gotta make some emotes. Have some fun ones in mind. But I think what I might do is I might remake some. Because apparently you can only have, with the emotes, you can only have access up to like, what? 3 if you're affiliate, and then like more than that if you're partner? I don't even know if I can have emotes now. I know I'm not affiliate yet. Oh, Big Anime Titty fan, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hello. Super appreciate the follow. Also, big fan. Nothing wrong with that. We can be degenerates here. Hey, hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Nice and chill. Hopefully not too warm or too cold, depending on where you are, since the weather is a weird concept and thing. And we're just all here relaxing, just enjoying some Fate stuff. Well, that's okay. It works out for me. If it works out nicely for me. Mind if I stand watch with you for a while? No, that's fine with me. That was only a pretense, of course. I was actually just waiting for a good chance to ask you this. Did you get a chance to talk to Ophelia? I think she did. Yes, I did. Use the patches for the booba. Yes. Yes. That is a respectable reason. Also, I remember Passion Loop's actually pretty good. She's a tank. I cannot ever say why. Tis a mystery.
We didn't have a lot of time, but I still feel like we said a lot. Much more than we ever expressed to each other in Chaldea. I'm glad to hear that. She always did want to have a good heart-to-heart with you. I could tell. So, what you talk about? Well, one of our topics, that's because they're able to talk with each other, was romance. No way! Seriously? Oh, what I wouldn't give to have been a fly on the wall for that. I can't think of anything better than Ophelia talking about romance. I mean, considering how she was much more of a noble knight. It's cool to see her kind of lay back like that a little bit more. I can just imagine the three of us catching up over a nice cup of tea, hours passing in the blink of an eye. Do you know what happened to everyone, Pepe? I heard what happened from Pistaria and the others, yes, but those are just boring old facts. That's not what I really wanted to know. That's why I wanted to ask you about them directly. I see. I don't think there's anything I need to keep a secret, so I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Even though I'm a crypter? Even though I'm your enemy? Yes, I remembered that despite everything that's happened, we were still both members of Team A. That hasn't changed just because you're a crypter now, too.
I mean, technically speaking, they were quote-unquote crypters even beforehand, so... Though the fact that the old director was the one that created that name does leave me suspicious. Would probably tie into the fact of a certain foreign god looking like somebody that we know well, or at least knows well enough as far as the first chapter is concerned before she met a horrible fate.
I see. Well, thank you.
It's cool that we're able to talk like this. Like I said, it's nice to see the human side of the crypters.
I'm sure Kanak, Ophelia, and Akudo are frustrated by how things turned out, but I doubt they have any regrets. So they all fought bravely, huh? And here I am, just pathetically doing whatever I can to survive. I don't think that's anything you need to feel bad about. Hey, I'm still on the crypter side. I can't help but be frustrated too. No matter how hard it is to survive, I still find myself thinking there might have been a better way to end things.
Yeah, rather than destroying everything?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring down the mood. If things don't go your way, even after you struggled as much as you can, your only choice is to give up and move on. I just had to come to terms with that again. That's just my lot in life, I'm afraid. Nothing I do ever quite seems to work out.
Yet you're as happy as joyous as you ever are. Can't wait till you decide to curve stomp us with Ash at some point in time. Because that's gotta happen, right? I feel like we have to fight Ash in some way, shape, or form, considering they were master and servant. Like, it has to be like that. I'm sure. Like, we've had all the other fights, not even starting with the ones that have to do with a certain assassin and our noble phantasm spamming. Totally not bitter about that.
Really? But you've always seemed like you excelled at everything you do. That's only because I stick to things I know I can do. No, I'm talking about fate and destiny. But hey, that can be extremely motivating in its own right. And it's not like I've given up on everything, you know. Alright, I think it's time to go to bed. A complexion this perfect requires plenty of sleep. Besides, how could I look Ophelia in the eye if I neglected my own skincare after I kept astonishing her? Thank you for telling me what happened with the other crypters, Mashi. Good night. Of course, good night, Pepe.
That's cute. Hey, we did it. We finished the chapter. Oh, it took us 2 hours. But no, this is good. Fate talk is best talk. I always appreciate any time we can talk about Fate stuff. We could go on for hours. Though, I do have a question for you guys. I'd love to get your opinion about something, if that wouldn't be too much trouble. If one were to make an emote, a Fate-related emote, what would be something really funny that you would like to see? Because I would like to make it, like, I have ideas for emotes, but I also would love to do some for Fate that are Fate related. I think it'd be kind of fun. Like, does anybody have any characters that I feel like they should get more love? Like, I know everybody has their own preferences as far as servers are concerned. There are certain servers that are more popular than others, but I always like to get everybody's like opinions as far as that's concerned. But if you have any ideas, let me know. I appreciate it. I'll take it into consideration. Anywho, oh dear. So, all right, question mark. That's always fun. Let's go into die. Oh, okay. So this is going to form immediately beforehand. Okay, that's fine. Moving along. Section 8. The Queen of the Whaled Village. We're almost halfway there, everyone. We're almost halfway there. You think King Hassan, you think? As a one? I mean, that's fair. King Hassan, like, I've seen a few, like, King Hassan emotes and stuff, but that would not be a bad idea. Huh. Something to think about. Thank you. And meanwhile, battle against the Divine Beast. Damn sacred beasts. Of all the luck running into a huge pack of them like this. They don't even look like Divine Beasts. They just look like ghost apparitions. It seems luck was not on our side today. I was hoping we could pass them without any incident, but oh well. Oh, you want me? Oh, okay. I apologize. You want me to use King Hassan for this fight? Sure, I'd be happy to. But yeah, King Hassan, it was just woke. I know exactly how that would look too. Hold on, I'm gonna write this down real quick. That's amazing. I like that idea. Let's see. King Hassan woke Emo. That's amazing. Oh my god. Did anybody see the comic that's been running around on Reddit? Like the past week or so? Where basically it's like a Chibi Merlin kind of like hanging out in a chair. And like he's in timeout with King Hassan kind of like sleeping on a chair with a newspaper over his head. And then he tries to leave. And then he tries to move the paper off of King Hassan's head. And he's just staring it back at him. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh my god. King Hassan's as badass as he is, he's so meme-worthy. I love it. King Hassan's so meme-worthy. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, we don't even know who their name is. This is probably Lakshmi Bai. I'm so sorry. I was so close to them that I ended up drawing my bow in fear. Don't worry about it. The blame is partly mine for forgetting how it feels to hold a weapon for the first time. I'll need to reevaluate both the technical and mental aspects of our training program. At any rate, the rest of you hurry back to the village. I'll hold them off here. But... No buts. We can't risk leading them towards the village. Besides, the more commotion we make, the more likely we are to be captured by the Lokapaka, the Pala we've been hearing rumors about. The Lokapala are said to serve God directly, and they have incredible power in their own right. The moment they find us, it's over. We can't let that happen. I could manage on my own if it came to that, but if you or the village got their eye, it would be disastrous. So I want you all to head back to Dival ahead of me, and don't forget the supplies we've collected. But you can't possibly handle them all on your own. Don't worry, my plan isn't to defeat them all. I just plan to buy them time, and I'm well accustomed to the trials of endurance. Besides, I already told you. I am not human. I am something else. Something with the power of 1,000 ordinary people. A servant. A shadow of humanity who manifested in this land by grace of the rightful gods. Yeah, that's probably Lakshmi Bai. That sounds like a Lakshmi Bai thing to say.
I know it isn't the first time we had to stay behind, but man, it sucks not being able to drive around in our vehicle. What's the point of even having it then? We can drive when we're outside, though. Don't be ridiculous. If the enemy were to find and destroy the border, the jig would be well and truly up. Camouflage functions or not, we still need to make sure we can stay outside at all times. That mad dash we made to pick up the field team during the Kali Yuga was under the most excruciating of circumstances. Intensuating, I think that's how it's pronounced, of circumstances. There will be no repeat performance. So basically, if the end of the world happens again, you're not going to save us. Love you too, Jeroff, the dick. Yeah, I was just grumbling. I know you're right on this one, Gordy. Oh? Just for a moment, do you think you can stop and hide in that tall grass over there? Yes, I'll set the order next to silent mode. Please be as quiet as you can, everyone. Foul. Quiet, foul is quiet. Oh, look, divine beast. That's a lot of sacred beasts. Luckily, they don't seem to have noticed us. Let's stay here and wait for them to pass. They're certainly pretty to look at. No wonder the people here call them agents of gods. They're really just like any other animal without any Kali around, huh? I wonder what they eat. Maybe we could use them food to tame them? That's not a bad idea, actually. Give crazy looks all you want to, Pepe. That's totally a good idea. That could work. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm too optimistic. They're gone. Good. Then let's keep going. It should be much farther to our destination village. Fow! I see something. That must be it over there. Thank goodness we didn't run into any trouble on the way. I like the wall they put up here. Gives the place a real freedom fighter feel. We feel like we've gone through what, 3 of these? The mayor of Bishu did say they go around fighting Kali here. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if their village wasn't fortified like this. Hello? Hey, we got peoples. Come on, hurry! It's us! Open the gate, quick! And in they go. Goodbye. Those people seem to be in an awful big hurry to get inside. I wonder what that was all about. Looks like we're far enough away from them, they didn't even notice us. But did you see? They may not have been modified fire implements, but they were still carrying weapons. What is that emote there? Meltdown. Oh no! Panic! Panic! I always love to see new emotes. They're so good. They really do seem to be different from the people of the Bishu. We may well be able to learn something new here. I think you're right. Let's go see. They're not opening the gate for us. I mean, we are strangers. Hello? Open up. We're here. Heroes with plot armor are here. Actually, the only person with plot armor is Riska, but, you know, details. And they're not answering when we knock either. How rude. Open up! Open up! Let me in! Let me in! Hey! Open the gate for us. I'll have you know most nations would be thrilled to have me pay them a visit. Let me see if I can hear anything from inside. Hello? Who was that? Is someone here? Oh no. Ah! This is it! They found us! We're done for! What do we do? What are we gonna do? How should I know? There's no way we can fight them off on our own. We'll just have to keep the gate closed until she gets back. Yes, Lakshmi, bye. I'm not sure why, but they sound very agitated. Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. And my bad feeling about this sort of thing have a way of always being right. At least we know there are people inside. And since we're servants, we could probably just jump over the wall if we have to. That probably wouldn't go well, but sure. Of course, just because we can do so doesn't mean we... You there! What are you thinking? What are you doing here? Foul? A servant reading. Well, it seems luck is with you today, Master. Of course, we aren't yet sure, whether this is good or bad luck. Whoever this servant is, they're headed your way at top speed. Be on your guard. And... Lockspeed by? They just jumped clean over us and landed on top of the gate. Lockspeed by? Yep, Lockspeed by. I thought so. Hello. Hello, other Jean face. It's a servant we've never met before. Well, that's too bad. It would have made things a lot simpler if you knew each other. If you already knew each other. I hate getting chewed out by strangers. It's like 100 times worse when it's someone you know. What I'm trying to say is, this lady looks really pissed off at us, so maybe you would do something about that? Okay. That divine aura. Curses. Despite my best efforts, it looks like you finally found us. You must be the ones who served the false god, the Lokapala. Huh? I think you have the wrong idea here. No, we're good people. We're buds, we're pals, we're friends. Whoa, slow down. Us? The Lokapala? You must be joking. Don't lie to me. It can't be a coincidence that you showed up now. Besides, I heard you're planning to invade our village by jumping over these walls. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure this is a misunderstanding. I only mentioned jumping the wall and to rule it out as a bad idea. So you continue to lie to me. Very well. If you have finally learned of my existence, the existence of this village that seeks to end the false god cycle, then so be it. I will run and hide no longer. If the time has come to fight, then I shall rise to the challenge. Prepare yourself, Lokapala. You will not be taking anything from me this day. Even if I must face a god, this time, I will make sure to defend my home to the very end. Alright, server time. Let's get that, let's go ahead and get that Hassan. Where are you? Hello, Hassan. Where are you? Where are you? Hello? Oh no, did I not save it? Choco-Jean be unreasonable like every anime girl with a sword who comes across the main character. Not wrong. Not wrong. There we go. Oh my god, I didn't realize you had an MP. You did say this was your favorite, so that's legit. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun here. Let's wreck some shit. I am all for this. I am all for this. Yeah, okay, let's go. Time for the King Hassan hype! Can we get some King Hassan hype in the chat? Some Grandpa hype? Grandpa hype, let's go! What'd you just do, Pepe? Oh, defense down. Okay, cool. Alright, let's do... Let's start off with an Azrael. Let's see... Yeah, that's fine. We'll use this. Evening Bell. And I don't think we'll need their plot guts right now, but... Okay, I did not realize Hassan's health was so high. That is insanity. Then again, yours is grailed, so... Can't appreciate that. Buster J for days. Alright, here we go! Nice! Oh! That's some good hits. Ooh! Oh my god! The crits! Okay, this is devolving into madness. Well, he hasn't been hit yet, so... I don't think it's too big of a deal. Let's do it that way. Yeah, beefy is not even the word. Oh my god. Stop that! Oh, okay. Let's get that up. Ooh, Brave Chain. Let's get that going. Reverse luck, how so? Ooh! That crit! Oh my god! Oh my god! I want to save it for the novel. You know what? Let's do it like this. We'll stun you here. I'm really surprised I actually went through. Wow! That's insane! Congratulations on those rolls, though. Were you trying to do NP4? Were you trying to do a higher NP for MXX? It just ended up working out that way with BB instead? Alright. And invincibility, because I don't think she can break through this. If she can, I will be very sad. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. But I mean, MP2 of both servants their attack is actually pretty decent, so I imagine you made out pretty decent, pretty well. Plus Summer BB is scary. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Yutaka, your King Assad is legit. Oh my god, it's busted. I love this. So good. Best King Assad. Well, got one death. Darn it. Alright, Mosh, where are you? Really? Which SSR was that you got the MP5? Out of curiosity. Let's put the target up so that way we can protect some people here. Yeah, let's do it like that. Anastasia. Okay, that's fair. From my understanding, Anastasia's not a bad servant. I actually have more appreciation of her since Lost Belt 1, so. But I imagine there's other servants that you probably would want at that. Oh, that's the thing. Hold, please. Boat. And flames. All the targets there. Yep, good job. Good job there. Boop. Boop. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on a second. Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Sorry about that. No. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, we're good. Let's do some pure creation. Yeah, he has a buster card. It means it works. And then, yeah, gotta love them. Thankfully, they'll pop up too often, but you know, what they do is just kind of like, but why though? Why you do this? Let's do it like that, so we can get the buster lead, get some more damage in. That's awesome. Okay. Is the gut still up, though? I don't think it is. No, it's not. Well, he has a Brave Chain going on, so let's see if we can get some decent damage here. There we go. And then... Boop! Boop! Ah, that's so good. King Hassan is definitely worth the hype. I don't blame you for leveling it. I have to ask, what made you decide on King Hassan? Was it just you ended up getting them and then it was just, oh, I need this in my life now? After just using it for a bit? Babylon. Oh, because of Babylon. Okay, that's fair. Definitely good reason. Can I... Okay. Gotta love good old Gramps. Yeah, right? Right? Fair. Yeah, the original story had so many good, which is so good. I miss it. I hope they come up with something where you're allowed to play like old parts again, like some of the old fights. Personally, I'd love to do the final fight against Solomon all over again. That would be really cool. Defense down on you. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Something like that would be nice. Or even something like a boss rush or something like that. I don't know. My God. Yeah, I definitely want to use King Hassan way more often than I have been. Yeah, but you're gonna be dead now. Somebody soloed Solomon with Medilla Lily? That's insanity. I mean, I know you can do stupid solo stuff like that, but come on, that is nuts. Yeah, King Hassan is legit, especially an NP5 one. Wow, even doing neutral damage, he just lives on forever. My God, I'm totally okay with that though. His deck is so misleading too. Yeah, I will definitely be using your King Hassan much more. Thank you for the friend request on that one. Okay, so we got casters now. Casters, riders, and lancers. Oh, Talka, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Oh, Miss Nocturne has a Queen Maeve here. Interesting. Who should be? You know, I have somebody I'd like to try using, but I don't know if somebody has a copy of her. I want to have fun with this. Oh yeah. Are you referring? What should I do? You have a name that you prefer to go by? Titty Fan? Always like to make sure that I'm calling people what they prefer. But yeah, are we referring to the? Okay, that's fair. No worries. Are you referring to like the Jolter setup with Black Grail and 2 Merlins? Then no, but I have seen her crit stupidly hard, and it's kind of funny. Let's use Alkina Altar here. That should cover most of the servants. Most of them. Like, I will say, I kind of missed. Oh, hello, other foreign gods. Oh, and the disciples are here too. I will say this. Back when I was doing the playthrough to kind of catch up, because I was super far behind during the story, I actually, and since most of my supports were leveled, I actually went through just friendless and just used other people's units, just so I could get a feel for them. Yeah, some of these servants that are out there are just stupid. But I love it. Good to see that so many people have put so much work into their favorites. I mean, wow. That's stupid. And then I'm sure the crits are, like, insane. But hey, if you are... Well, here's my question then. Are you looking to go and try to get Merlin in the GSSR, or do you have anybody else you're going for? Either way, I hope you get him. He was on my list for a while. Okay, so he's your go-to. Got it. Yeah, I wish you all the luck. I, as a mage and a master, shall bless you. I will bless your rolls for the GSSR. I will bless all your rolls. Totally works. We need to have like a spell of some sort. Maybe that should be like a... Maybe I should set that up. Like maybe like a roll blessing of some sort. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool as a reward for something like that. But, oh, it's Mr. Limbo here. Yes, I'm aware. I'm well aware indeed. The Foxwoman is up to something, isn't she? Then, if I may, allow me to tell you something. Something of great importance. Everyone's silent. Okay. Oh, no. Of course I would leave the decision of what to do with this information entirely in your capable hands. All I humbly ask of you is your attention. That said, I must stress that depending on how things turn out, matters could grow very serious indeed. I love him. He's so just blatantly evil and just over the top, and it's great. Why, what if my colleague, one of the foreign god's disciples, obstinately sent here to help you? Were to become the very sort of thing you cast out of your world? I mean, it is Tamamo Vish, so... Hope we get Tamamo Vish as a servant. I really do. Please, listen to us. The local Pala is our enemy too. We only came here in hopes of finding allies who could help us fight against them. Talk is cheap. I've lost track of how many times someone claiming to be my friend betrayed me. From your life or anybody else. Hey, look, she's back, and she's fighting to protect us. We're saved. Those are local Pala. Damn it, they found our village. Please, my lady, help us. The local Pala showed right up after we got back to the village. We've been barring the gate and holding out until you arrived. There, you see? I knew you couldn't be trusted. What did I tell you? Misunderstandings only invite further misunderstandings. I've seen this sort of thing before, back at the clock tower. No, all my life, really. That's kind of sad. I would look around one day and realize everyone had forsaken me, even though I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, could it be the fact that you might have been a dick to him? A big dick? Maybe? I don't know. Well, maybe that's not entirely accurate. There was this one time Sorry, hun, but your life story is gonna have to wait, okay? I forgot she had a gun. The circumstances being what they are, she doesn't seem to truly be trying to kill us. She certainly is hard-headed. Her moves are firm as her beliefs, it seems. Hey, Rama, are you feeling this too? I am. It's fate, but she definitely has the air of divine spirit. Maybe she's a pseudo-servant like you. Good grief. I knew India had an extensive pantheon, but that can't be the answer for everything, can it? One does not generally run into a divine spirit at every corner, so to speak. Forget that. How do you, no, hold on, go back. How do we get her to listen to us? We'll never get anywhere if we don't clear up this misunderstanding. We've been telling her over and over, but she won't listen. Oh! Well, aren't you going to try to scale these walls? You'll need to do better than... Is that? What's going on? Oh, she jumped on the... Looks like something caught her eye. What do you see? She seems to be looking at something far away. What's going on? Well, this is certainly less than optimal. I know you're in the midst of battle, but I strongly urge you to take note of your surroundings, particularly what's behind you, immediately. Behind us? Oh, more divine beings. Okay. What? Sacred beast? Huh? Wait, this path look kind of familiar. Are these the ones that passed us by earlier? Did they tell you? Those were going in a different direction, and I'm pretty sure they didn't notice at all. Maybe there's something here that lured them this way? Maybe divine energy? A different group from the sacred beast we encountered earlier. Of all the times for them to show up. No, this is not a coincidence. It only makes sense that the local Apollo would have means to control them. They must be trying to make their way into our village and cleanse it, especially since one of our elders died this morning. Aw, that sucks to hear that. Be gone, foul agents of the false god! You will not be claiming our dead today! My, she does make for quite the striking figure, doesn't she? She certainly does. She must be the manifestation of a noble heroic spirit here to guide the people of this place to the right path. Or the right path. Oh, pfft, did she trip? You're kidding me. Did she trip? Oh my god. Well, that happened. What happened? Did something knock her off the wall? No, it looks like to me she sort of lost her footing. Now she's wriggling around where she fell. It looks like her feet stuck in the same hole in the ground. Curses, can't believe I fell into one of these pitfalls we dug to prepare for the next Cali attack. Oh my god, that's adorable. Give me a moment. I'll be out of here in no time. You do that, and we'll go take out these things for you. Look like they're pissed off about all the dramatic tension evaporating, but I couldn't just be projected there. We can't let the sacred beast hurt her while she's incapacitated. Let's take them down and keep her safe, Master. Alright, let's go. Time for some memes! Or Buster and Quick memes. Or more in the Okida's case, Buster memes. Let us... Let's do this. We'll save Burber's buff for later. Quick cards with our cards. Oh my, did Okina just almost fall asleep? That's funny. Alright, time for Majin Beam. Now, I can definitely see why people like her as a farming servant. Oh, nice. Oh. Oh, what'd you just test? If you don't mind me asking. There we go. Oh, nice! Wow, that is stupid. Whoever says that Jolter isn't relevant now is a liar. She still does good damage. Now, my question to you is, what MP is she at? Yeah, what are you testing on, too? Oh, MP3. Okay. Oh, almost. Ow. 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 Thank you. Oh, darn it. I thought I had enough. That was going to be enough. Hey, enough of the crits! I think this should do it. Nope, that didn't do it. Damn it. Yeah, I am very curious. Like, what'd you use? Like, double Merlin? Double, like, did you use any buffs or just the straight NP? Use Waver with NP, Scotty, and Merlin. Okay. So if we're doing the double Merlin setup, damage could skyrocket. Or probably would skyrocket. Let's do that. NP chain. Let's go. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I've seen people use both, so... Just for the NP chain. That makes sense. Get that going on. Oh, Majin Beam. That's so silly. That's so silly, I love it. Anyway, yeah, let's make sure that we're doing damage to you, most importantly. So we get the MP gauge back up. Hey, Randy, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, who's still memelins? It's a fun thing to do if you have the means to do it. It's kind of like a, but why not though? Yeah, then we'll just do that afterwards. Ah, that's fave. That's fair. The memes, yeah, memeland would be non-existent if you. Something can't exist if it never existed in the first place, right? Oh, big save, Yutaka. Big save. I mean, it may not be as hot, as warm as where you're at right now, but it's annoying. Like my place, the walls are rather thin. No, East Coast actually. So I imagine that West Coast is going to be way hotter. Where I'm at, it's very much the the walls I have are thin, so it absorbs the heat. It takes in the heat. So if it's really hot outside, it's really hot in the room, and then vice versa with the cold. Oh yeah, that will do it. Yeah, I don't think it's that warm here just yet, but the humidity is definitely seeping through into my room, which surprisingly enough, it's definitely cooled down, so I can't complain. But I think during yesterday's stream, it was rough. 112, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. That's fair. Which one did you, Randy, if you don't mind me asking, which server did you end up with? Yeah, fingers crossed on your computer not breaking, especially at that weather. That's insane. Can't think of any places that would regularly get that hot on the East Coast, but then again, the humidity might as well... Well, the humidity might as well be like that. Let's do... Yeah, I mean, might as well. Try to crit you into oblivion. Okay, I thought that was a little high. Because I know your weather can be very similar to that which you would find in like maybe Florida. I don't know if there's a variance there, but I know it's rather high. But yeah, 112 is a bit much. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. Yeah, you said that you hadn't had a support server since launch until Scotty and Tamamo came a week after. So I was just curious, did you get either one of them or another support?
Yeah, that sounds pretty similar for the West Coast. But yet maybe it's just a weird heat wave. I know that does happen sometimes, and the humidity definitely doesn't help matters much. All right, let's end this strong. Yeah, you're dead. Wait, we do? Oh no, you gotta okay, I was reading that wrong. You gotta take it off of Reyes. That's amazing. And she's really good support too, so good on you on that. Really? Are we at level 2? I thought you were at level 3. Huh, interesting. Oh yeah, that's fake. I'm just reading that wrong. Ah, okay. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Hopefully it won't get too terrible in those days where you're waiting for your AC. That's rough. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, do what you gotta do to make it. That's fair. It's one of those methods like putting a giant block on your ice on top of your head. Maybe. That's just me being silly, but still. That'd be something I would do. I would take like a whole big bag of ice and just put it over my head and call it a day. I've actually seen pictures of the people doing that when they're driving the cars during like a heat wave. Totally would work. Jeez. We're talking about Caster Ilia, right? Is that on a weakened target? You know what? That's fair, Randy. That's fair. Not everybody wants to go. Not everybody wants to go and roll, especially if you have like very specific servers that you want to get for yourself. So, but whatever you try, whoever you're rolling for, good luck to you. I hope you're able to get maybe another support or maybe at least a server that's your favorite. Yeah, Caster Ilia is dumb, from my understanding. She's like does insane amount of damage once, and then everything goes to shit from there. Lancer, oh right, Lancer Melt is coming out soon, isn't she? That's fair. That's fair. I don't know what she does, like skill wise and stuff like that, but waifus, it doesn't matter with waifus. God, Juna, and Junako in the same role. What are the wow? What are the odds? That's insane. But congratulations, those are two good ones, especially the God Juna. Put some water in, throw a box of salt in because it makes the ice water colder. Interesting. So take a bunch of ice. With some holes in it. Get some salt. Huh. I think about that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, but why would salt and ice mix together make ice colder? That's weird. Science is weird. Oh, you already had Junako. Got it. That's fair. That's fair. NB2 plus, like NB1 plus is never a bad thing for some servants, not all of them. That's good to hear, Randy. I'm glad. I'm glad though that you were able to get the good SSRs this week. Yeah, DIY water cooler for the win. That's awesome. Okay, so you got Ultica, Jolter, King Protea, Ishtar, Reyes. Jeez. Those are some good ones. That's legit. Because salt water is the melting point of water. If you add salt to ice, the ice will melt. Salty ice water can get much colder than regular water. While salty 0 degree Fahrenheit water melts, the temperature won't increase to 32 degrees. Ah, okay. Interesting. So we'll just keep it will just keep it consistently cold. Huh. Yeah, I mean that definitely helps. And then if you just use a fan to blow the cold air, DIY DIY fan. There you go. That's legit. All hostiles in our vicinity eliminated. Well done, everyone. Oh, Randy, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it.
Guys, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Like, it's just so nice to go and talk to a bunch of you guys, like a bunch of Fate fans here. It fills my heart with joy. It's so good. You guys are the best. Are you still stuck in that hole? Well, do you understand we aren't your enemy? Yes, I do. I'm not so foolish as to insist otherwise at this point. I see now that I was gravely mistaken. No one who would fight against the sacred beast could possibly be allies of the false god. I mean, the support. I'm always looking for new support, people for support. So here, I can put you in my friend code if you want to send me a friend request real quick. Hold on, I have to go back for it real. I promise in the next couple of days I will make sure to have something set up to where you could just do a command and my friend code will just pop up. Okay, I don't have it just sitting here anymore. God damn it. Hold on. Might be able to do it from this point. Oh, okay, I can do it this way. Maybe. I take that back. It's gone now. God damn it. I'll put my phone, when we get out of this cutscene, I'll put my friend code up again. No, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. Because for me, like, I very much like that too. I typically like to stick with my favorites. Though, at the same time, I worry that I would just get bored just using the same servants over and over again, even with my favorites. Especially if there's other servants out there that might just randomly appear. I try to do diversity, but with my favorite servants, if that makes sense. Like, I have all three. I have Scotty, I have Tamamo Castorite, I have Merlin, so I have my bases covered, and then I just filter in my favorite servants from there. So that way I can kind of just have a rotating thing and be able to be more versatile, especially with some of the bosses in the Lost Belts being the way that they are. No, that's fine. Nothing wrong with having oofs. There might be some stuff that I might not have, which I would be more than happy to have. But yeah, I'll definitely make sure to go and post my friend code and stuff a little bit later. Though I think after this we might call it stream, only because in about 2 hours or so it's going to be Vtuber Prom. I gotta get prepped for that. Just as a heads up. Yeah, just to one-shot everything like me. Why make a team where you can just one-shot everything in the game? I am truly, sincerely sorry, and I am thankful. Thank you for your assistance. Please, tell me, why have you come here? No, on second thought, it is only right that I tell you about myself first. Yes, you have a point. All right then, let me first ask you, are you a divine spirit? Yes and no, I am a servant, but right now a goddess resides within my body, sharing her power with me. When I was first summoned to this land, she was already there inside of me. So, pseudo-servant, yeah. There's been plenty of cases where a divine spirit would inhabit a person from the past to become a servant. Yeah, break bars are a bitch. I mean, it's cool that they have them to kind of add a little bit more difficulty. It's not like it's artificial difficulty. It definitely helps. Because you can just essentially it's a nice way to kind of pace the fight. Plus, you can take advantage of the break bars by getting your MP back for the next one, so you're prepared. And then whatever gimmicks they might add during the break bars. I'm pretty sure, like, programming-wise, that might be easy to implement than just, oh, at 75% HP, do this. Yeah, I've been noticing that. Funny enough, I think I've only seen, like, 1 or 2 God Judas on my support list, to be honest. So, mine's been a lot more versatile. Granted, I have God Judah myself, so, you know, details. I've used other people's God Judah, though. It's fun. Mine's not leveled up yet. And since heroic spirit servants are technically people from the past, I guess it makes sense that the divine spirit could have one of them too. Though, I definitely haven't heard many cases where it's happened quite like this. I expect it's because this god and I happen to share the same name. I believe having words, sounds, and names matching is very significant when it comes to magecraft. Then again, I was originally given the name in hopes of receiving her blessing, so perhaps it isn't much of a coincidence at all. You don't say. Okay, that makes sense. So, what is that god's name? Lakshmi. And I am Rani of Rahansi, a land which once existed in India, who was named for her. My name is Lakshmi Bai. We'll go more Lakshmi Bai. If you're going to be joining us. Maybe. Eventually. I don't know. As far as I'm aware, yes. I believe God Judah does have the highest AoE. As far as I know, I believe that's the case, yes. I mean, for considering the buffs that he gets, especially if God Judah, I don't know what they were thinking when they decided to do God Judah, but I mean, considering what he is, it makes sense that he'd be busted, but having a buff for 3 turns that lets you do 50% more damage if somebody has a debuff on a Berserker, and your Noble Phantasm as a Buster NP gives Buster down before it hits? It's stupid. Yeah, for his Combat Servant, I would say yes. And probably, I think the one that would be closest to Arjuna, maybe not damage-wise, but just potential damage-wise, is probably Rama. But the difference is Rama's not a Berserker. So Rama is a little bit limited. Even though she can still hit pretty hard on anything that's neutral. Which is kind of dumb. Yeah, that is true too. A lot of people were saying that so he's going to pop up at the beginning of that by the end of this year. Maybe something for the anniversary. Now that I think about it, we haven't heard anything from the I guess what is it, 6-year anniversary for JP? So who knows what will pop up? We're still kind of in the dark about that. I am kind of curious as far as who we're going to get though. I mean, the last couple of them between Ryder Da Vinci and Castoria have been extremely busted. So I'm kind of curious to see who else, what other monstrosity they're going to create. Ah, yes, thank you so much. I almost forgot. Let me go ahead and do that. Friend request, search user, boop. And I'll type it in for anybody else there. 591 906, boop. But yeah, I'll definitely make sure to come up with a bot hopefully before the next time I stream. I really got to set that up. I think I'll just maybe do that tomorrow. I'll get some bots and stuff set up to where I'll just show you my friend code whenever you just type in a command for it. Nice. I'll go ahead and is your name the same as is your name the same? Just out of curiosity, Randy. I didn't see you there. Okay, perfect. Let me just go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Oh, you have. Oh no, you have. I see you have the Abigail. Can I just say, when the GSSR comes out, I'm going to be excited and terrified. And I'll say this before we end stream here. Abigail Williams as a servant, I think is pretty cool. I love the concept, the Eldritch lore and things like that. At the same time, she absolutely terrifies me. Like, I am totally terrified by Abigail Williams, but for the potential of what she can do. So because of that, I kind of hope she never enters my command. But it seems like I'm constantly rolling on her. Like, I'm constantly always just rolling. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Stop that. Away with you. Where's the list? Oh, conform setup. Right, that's good. Ah, I see here. That's a nice list you got going on there. I appreciate the fact that you have Scotty. Thank you. And I see you have the best saber. She is best pancake darter. That's fair. That is very fair. She still terrifies me, but she is very much best pancake darter. I can legit understand that. I still hope he's never enters Michael Dale. Now that I say that, I'm gonna summon her as far as GSSR, and I'm gonna scream. Oh boy. But you do have Sigurd, which I do appreciate. I do love Sigurd. Sigurd is awesome. Oh, and I see you do have the duet archer and rider there as well. So I like your support list. It's good. Oh, you have MHX Alter too. Okay, yeah, I will definitely be using this list. Thank you so much. I appreciate the friend. I appreciate the follow. Okay, guys, I think it's been about 3 hours, and like I said before, in a couple hours. Oh, I did check your setup. No, I didn't. Let me do that real quick. I'm so sorry. How bad of me? I am so bad at that. Let me see what other monstrosities you have here outside of your Hassan. There we go. Confirm setup. Ooh, that's a nice list. I can appreciate it. Okay, so Summer BB at MP5, that's legit. Musashi, which I do appreciate. Musashi is good. Archer Artoria, cool. With Dyed the Blue, I wish I had that. I wish I had that craft emphasis or more copies of it. Of course, a Reshigal, best written face. Then Rider, Saber Alter, cool. Of course, Scotty, Hassan. Good old Arjuna. Oh, I didn't know you had Arjuna. Oh God, yours is MP3. Good Lord. What the hell? That's insanity. Yeah, I might be using your Arjuna Alter for some time. They call your Okita Alter too. Wow, that's awesome. I like your support list. You even want him at MP3. The gods decree, you shall have him at MP3. This is your life now. No, that's fair. That's legit. Yeah, your guys' support looks way better than mine. If you get a chance, check it out. I think I have my main support list. Oh, you have another one here too. I forgot that you could do that like that. Interesting. So you want to copy as FP5, but then you also got FP5. Oh man, I wish I had that type of luck. I just wanted him MP2, but then that happened, so. Wow, that's still. So, okay, so Merlin there, Okita, Nobu, of course, best written face. Best rider face, I guess. Scotty, Hassan. Okay, nice. I like your support list. Ah, okay, nice. I'll have to check that out later. I'll definitely have to check that out. Maybe as a thing, we'll maybe like next time we do like an FGO review, if you guys want to like share your friend list and we could just kind of check out your supports list and stuff like that, that might be kind of cool. Just as a little thing to do during FGO streams to kind of talk and chat and things. What do you guys think? If you guys would be into that. Plus, I'm always curious to see what everybody's favorite servants would be like. I have mine, so I imagine, like I said, it would be cool if, like, I'm sure everybody's friend list, or at least most of the friend lists have a list of their favorites there. If you don't, I imagine that you should. It's good. It's good. I mean, are we talking about like the big four? The big four? And if, I mean, it's fair. I'm kind of here nor there about that because having support. Because here's the thing. And now, the context, of course, can be different, and I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the right concepts. If I am, I'm sorry. If people don't like supports just because they don't like using supports and would just prefer to use their favorites and such, that's fine. You play the game however you want to and such. So if you don't want to use a support and just want to use all damage dealers, go for it. That's fine. If it's more so for the fact that it's just people don't like the big name supports, like the big four and everything like that, that's also fair too. Cause yeah, they are like they're that good for a reason, obviously. Oh, thank you for your friend code. I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and add it after stream. That's legit. Yeah, sure thing. Like I said, I'll do it after. I'll go ahead and add it after stream's over.
Like I said, I'll be headed out in just a few. But yeah, if you, like I said, the big four are the big four for a reason. They're just really good support. And in an RPG like this, that's going to happen, unfortunately. There's always going to be servants that are going to be statistically better, whether it's been made to be like that or not. It's kind of just a thing that just happens. Especially, because of the fact that this is more of a turn, this is like a turn-based game too. You can't really like put in margin for error outside of just numbers per se. So it just really depends. It just really depends. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna end the stream here. Like I said before, I'm gonna need to go and get prepped for Vtuber prom in about 2 hours or so, which I'm excited for. So if anybody's streaming for that, make sure you go and check them out. I don't think I'm going to be. I would like to just go ahead and just mingle with people and relax and such. But hey, if you happen to follow anybody that's going to do VTuber prom, you might see me there. I'll wave hi. Yeah, there is VTuber prom. It happened last year, and I don't know if it happened the year before. But yeah, it's literally just a prom for VTubers. So I knew it was a thing last year, but wasn't a VTuber, but didn't do VTubing stuff then, and I decided to head for it now. So yeah. I think it's happening at 6 p.m. Eastern time, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's about 2 hours from now. Yeah, some people will probably, and some people might be streaming it, so you might see them do that sometime soon. But okay, guys, so we're gonna go and call stream here. Thank you all so much this was a fun stream. It was so nice to talk to you all. Again, it's super cool to be able to talk with more Fate fans here. And hey, if you guys, I will definitely be doing more Fate related stuff sometime soon. Possibly next week as well. I'll have to go and see what my schedule's looking like. But yeah, if you want to come back and just hang out, we can talk. I welcome you with open arms. It's been fun. But here, I'm going to post the link here. I'm going to post my link tree. This is my link tree. It both has the link to my Twitter account as well as my YouTube channel, which my YouTube has all of my VODs for all my streams, including this one. This one's going to be up there as well. So if you happen to miss any points you want to go back to, that's fine. I do have for all you FGO fans here, I do have a ongoing series called Gotcha Hell, which I do record all of my roles. Sometimes it's live, sometimes it's not. The last one we did was for Aljuna Alter, and the next one we will be doing is for the GSSR and for Edward Dantes. So in a couple weeks, we'll be having another episode. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that live or not, but I'll let you know when that happens. And then, of course, my Twitter is probably the best place to talk to me if you want to just see the stuff that I post. I post stupid videos sometimes. Also, that's where my schedule is. So if you want to see when I stream, there I am. So let's see who we can raid. Do I have any friends that we can raid? Let us see. That's not what I wanted. Interesting. Oh no! Huh. Doesn't look like anybody I follow is online. That's unfortunate. Huh. Okay, so then let's do this then. If any of you guys out there have any people that you follow, or anybody that you that's currently streaming now and you want me to raid them, let me know. I'd be more than happy to. That'd be kind of a fun thing to do. I would hate to just kind of leave things off here and not give somebody some support. That's so weird. Like most people, like I figure at least one or two people would be that I know would be streaming. Then again, if they're all going, some of them are going to VTuber prom with me, so that might be why. Let me see here. Do we happen to have anybody that might be doing any FGO stuff, maybe? Maybe, maybe not. Let me see here. Nobody that I recognize. Well, that's fine. we can't always rate everybody, which is unfortunate. But next time, if you guys have anybody that you want to recommend to me later on that we want to go ahead and raid for later, maybe they do FGO content and stuff, definitely let me know. I appreciate it. I'd love to meet more FGO VTubers out there if there's any. But okay, guys, we're gonna go call things here. Thank you again so much for all the follows, the conversations, all the talks. You guys are awesome. And I hope to see you in the next stream that I do, which will probably be next Tuesday. Oh, right. Next Tuesday is going to be our murder mystery. It's going to be murder mystery day. So if you guys are into murder mystery stuff, go ahead and be there. I'm collabing with a buddy of mine for one of my favorite games, Zero Escape. So if you guys are interested in that, come on by. Anyway, you guys take care. Have a good one, and I will see you later.